Hello, welcome to our stream. Thank you all very, very much for being here. I'm Keith Ammann. I'm the author of The Monsters Know What They're Doing, How to Defend Your Lair, most recently, Making Enemies, Monster Design Inspiration for Tabletop Role-Playing Games. I've been a role-playing gamer for nearly 40 years. I am the son of an immigrant. I am a Chicagoan. And for much of this year, my city has been under assault by gangs of masked thugs operating under color of authority, seizing and detaining our neighbors without warrants or probable cause, holding them for days in crowded and unsanitary conditions without access to legal representation, shuffling them from site to site like a game of three-card Monte, using pepper spray and tear gas, not only against the residents who turn out to protest and record their violations, but against innocent bystanders as well, including infants and toddlers, children in school, and blowing off court orders meant to rein them in. But I don't want you to think this is anything unique. It is not just happening here. It's been happening in Los Angeles, in Washington, D.C., in Portland, Oregon. And it just so happens that I have friends in all these cities. I've brought a few of them here today to help raise funds for organizations that defend immigrants and refugees' legal and political rights and assist them in meeting their basic needs. So let's have them introduce themselves, starting with my fellow Chicagoan, Lexi.
Hi, hello. My name is Lexi. I am known around the internet as at Black Girl Mage, but right here tonight, I am just a Chicagoan alongside Keith. Um, we are both kind of going for very similar ideas here, which is that our neighbors are more deserving, and we have the opportunity to give it to them, even if we're just sitting here playing games together, and that's what we're doing. So I'm very excited. I'm gonna pop it over to Brian.
Hi, I am Brian, aka Urban Bohemian on the internet. I live in Washington, D.C. On behalf of my city, I'd like to apologize for all the bullshit. Um, we, uh, we'd like to evict him, but we can't. And yeah, it's not fun. Like I've been now, my phone is out more when I go out because I'm ready to record or take photos or something than just like talk to my friends on my phone. Um, a lot more smiles, like to make sure that people are like, your neighbors a lot more now, which is a nice thing. But yeah, it's really messed up here. And yeah, just gonna, it's nice to be able to be here and do something, entertain while also raising awareness and raising funds. So I think that's gonna be, I'm gonna have a good time. I'm sorry. Like I still get, like, I try not to rage. So I'm like, Jeff.
Hi, I'm Jeff Mueller, known on the internet as the Mighty Jerd. I am a former Washington, D.C., Maryland resident most of my life who is now out here in Portland. So I went from one coast of nonsense to another coast of nonsense. Much like Brian, try not to rage, but I am in a constant state of anger. My blood pressure is through the roof, and I hope we can raise some funds for people in need. So thanks for joining, everybody. And kick it over to Jen.
Hi, I am Jen. You can find me on the interwebs as at dreamwisp.bisky.social, and dreamwispjen, depending where you are spending time. And I live in Los Angeles. I am the daughter of a Chicagoan. I lived in Chicago as well, and I went to school there. And I love all of these cities. Los Angeles is very much a city of immigrants. It's one of my favorite things about this city where I was born and raised. And it's um, astonishing what is happening on our streets. Um, it is appalling what is happening on our streets. And our neighbors deserve better because everyone deserves basic human rights and to be treated with dignity and compassion and respect. Um, and that is not happening right now. Um, like Brian, I think it's wonderful that we are connecting with our neighbors and that we get to use our powers for good here. And thank you so much, Keith, for making this happen and bringing together people from all across the country to do this. And hopefully there is good that comes out of all of this chaos, protecting each other and working together. But right now it is a time where we have to step up and be the heroes we need. This is not a situation where anybody else is coming in to take care of this. We have to take care of us and our neighbors. So that's what we're doing, and today we're doing it by fighting monsters.
And thank you all for agreeing to do this. It means a lot to me. Before we get started, those of you who watch a lot of charity streams are probably accustomed to using Tiltify for donations and rewards. Unfortunately, none of the organizations that we're supporting today have partnered with Tiltify, which means we're depending on you, the viewers, to report your donations to us. Here's how that's going to work. Alongside the players' bios, which you'll see rotating in chat, there will be donation links. After you've made a donation, whisper the organization and the amount of your donation to our volunteer, Shu Ching Tan, the E of Ching, who is generously volunteering her time today to take on this responsibility. Thank you very much, Shu. Give that information to her, and she'll keep track of how much has been donated to each organization and keep our players updated on the totals. Not only will your donations support these organizations, they'll also give the players reward banks that they can draw on. For $10, a player can have a little blessing as a treat. For $25, heroic inspiration. For $50, one time only, they can increase their current and maximum hit points by 5 until the end of the stream. And for $100, they can buy a death ward that prevents them from falling to 0 hit points. And you're going to want to get your wallets out now, because we're about to jump in with both feet. The Wild Horse Inn, in the Gold Camp corner of the town of Sun Peak, on the eastern slope of the Saxum Mountains, is small and cheap. For 1 silver piece, you get a hot dinner and breakfast and a night's rest in one of several shared beds in a shared room without a hearth, where you rely on heavy wool blankets and the body heat of other travelers to stave off the chill that the knotty pine-paneled walls don't. 2 of you share one bed, 2 of you share another. A third is occupied by a family, a father, a mother, and 2 children, all crowded together in a bed made for 3. The fourth is taken by 2 itinerant tinkers traveling together, a dwarf and a gnome, one sleeping at the head of the bed, one at the foot. You barely had enough time to make one another's acquaintance before the fatigue of long travel and anxious flight overcame you, and you all fell into deep sleep. Except for Soreli, who allowed herself to drift off into a peaceful trance. Before we go any further, I need everyone to make a wisdom saving throw.
This is not charmed, correct?
Hmm?
Is this a charmed wisdom?
Oh, yes, you have advantage on this saving throw.
Cool.
Sylvester.
16.
All right. Soreli.
17.
Shaka.
19.
And Psalm.
4.
Doing so well. We were doing so well.
I was like, I'm bound to hear a low number like mine, right? Nope.
Always one.
Soreli, you have been allowing yourself to drift in your trance. But you've noticed that about an hour after everyone's turned in, the whole Workman family, the family who have been sharing the bed, have gotten up and started moving around the room. The father, who introduced himself as Jaika Workman, is standing alongside the sleeping Sylvester. The mother, Shamandi, is standing next to you. The older daughter, Emma, is standing next to Psalm. And the younger son, Mathan, is standing next to Shaka. And they're gazing at each of you as if they're studying you, analyzing you in some way.
Is there anything specific I can notice about the way that they're looking at us? Is there something specific about how they're approaching that?
It's creepy. You are definitely not accustomed to having people standing next to your bed looking at you appraisingly like that.
Okay. Can I help you?
The mother is startled. Clearly thought you were asleep.
Are you all right?
I need everyone to roll initiative.
Oh, Lord.
Okay. Oh no.
Did anyone roll a 16 or higher? What'd you get? Sylvester, I'm sorry.
Oh, yeah. Go for it.
23.
Oh, nice. All right. And Psalm?
I got a 20, a natural.
Okay. Did anyone else roll 11 or higher? Okay. Soreli, what did you get?
13.
Okay. And Shaka, what did you get?
2.
Okay. Sylvester, um you hear Soreli speak to the family, and you wake up and see this father standing next to your bed. You have an action.
Is he doing that same weird stare?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's staring at you like he's measuring you or something.
Okay. And it's definitely not like wake up time. It's still middle of the night.
No, it's the middle of the night.
Okay. This is not the room service that I was expecting at this caliber. Um, can I help you?
Is you just say that you don't do anything else?
Um, yeah, I think I'm oh no, I think I'm gonna I think Sylvester would get up. Um get up and just Sylvester's fairly tall. I assume look down on this person. At least I hope, because that would be more intimidating. Um so yeah, just kind of get up and be like, okay, it's up time now. Yes.
Okay. Um, Soreli, I need you to make another wisdom saving throw. This is not a charm, so you're rolling this one regular.
Oof, not good. 3.
Okay. Um, you suddenly feel your mind under assault. Um, You are trying to maintain a logical train of thought in an already very peculiar situation. And every time you try to search for something in your memory that you can compare this with to try to put it into some kind of context, you find that the memories you are reaching back to are slipping away from you. You're unable to get a grasp on them, and you're finding holes in your personal history. You take 19 psychic damage.
Whoa. Okay.
Oh no.
Um.
And because of this difficulty maintaining coherence, you are going to subtract 1d4 from your attack rolls and ability checks.
May I please uh silvery barbs
Um,
as a reaction because it has succeeded? Oh, I guess it's not an
that
attack
was
roll.
not an
Never mind.
attack roll.
It's not an ability check. Never mind.
Yeah,
19 and I'm subtracting 1d4.
correct.
Okay. Ouch.
All right. Psalm, you have the alert feat. You are snapping awake and really regretting that you do not have your armor on.
Do um I failed my wisdom save. When I wake
Mhm.
up, do I notice anything? Am I like off balance, endeared to anyone?
You wake up, you see the older daughter of the family standing next to you. And you think back to the previous evening and just how nice she seemed. They were just a delight to interact with, and you're curious why she's standing next to your bed, but she must have a reason. You are charmed.
Awesome. As I get out of bed, um, I think I will just like stand. I will completely waste my action. Just standing next to Emma and saying, it's not time to wake up yet. It's not even been 4, wait, 8. How long do we sleep for? I don't know. Just big yawn. I think if you've traveled with Psalm, she is unnaturally relaxed right now for having been woken up. I think I waste my entire action just like standing next to Emma. I don't know. Am I charmed by Emma or just like the people, like
Yes.
everybody else not on my, like, in my party so far?
You are charmed by the whole family.
Awesome. You are such beautiful family. Did you know that? You're just so sweet and you're sleeping together in the same bed and oh, it's just a very wholesome picture for someone like me to behold, I would say. Wow. That is great. Can I go back to bed now? That's my whole action.
All right. Soreli,
Yes.
it's your turn.
Uh I will call out to everyone. Would everyone please wake up? Something is wrong.
Okay.
And then I am going to uh cunning action to disengage. Is there anywhere in here that's a hiding place?
A hiding place, not really. There are places where you can gain some measure of cover, especially if you're low to the ground. But in terms of hiding, this is not a very large room, and there are places though where you can get out of somebody's reach.
Okay. I guess I will. disengage.
Okay.
Wait. Sorry, I lied. I'm going to booming blade first to try and get this person to stay put. Then I will disengage and get myself to a safer location.
Okay. All right. You retreat over to the corner of the room on the other side of the bed from where the Tinkers were sleeping but are starting to wake up.
So, roll that attack with the booming blade.
Yes, please.
Okay.
Remember to subtract 1d4.
Oh, that's gonna be not a good. It's gonna be a -3.
Oh.
So I mean, so that would be a 2.
Okay. All right.
Booming blade doesn't work, so I still disengage and run.
Naturally.
It's like poke. Whoops. Never mind. Hold that thought.
Okay, Shaka, you are awakened by the commotion.
Right, yeah. So, good morning. Wait, no. What exactly is going on?
So, Shaka kind of lifts himself up to his full, almost 7 foot tall orcish form and steps up and looks down. Was it the little boy or girl that was staring at me?
It was the son, who's younger than the daughter.
I'm gonna just kind
He
of look
looks to
down
be
at him.
about 9 or 10.
Yeah, I'm gonna reach down and just kind of tussle his hair. Like,
Hey, what are you doing there, little lad? What's happening?
To clarify, you are not charmed.
right.
Only Psalm is charmed.
I'm just waking up. I don't know what's
All
happening
right.
right now. So I'm
It happens. Kids are creepy, so I don't have any of my own.
gotta rub his head and just kind of look down at him and look around, and I see Cerelia kind of rushing to hide somewhere, but I don't know what's happening. So I'm gonna chill, and I'm good.
All right. Sylvester.
Like has the family like moved or had any kind of reaction to anything that has been happening yet?
Not yet. At least not that you've observed.
Okay. Um, hmm. I'm good with Shaka's behavior. Ray's behavior disturbs me a little bit, and Psalm, like something. Okay. Yeah, I think I think yeah, definitely just gonna like move away. So I guess either if it's a disengage or just to like move like on the other side of the bed from the person who is trying to stare me down, because this is very strange.
Okay.
But yeah, no one's done and like no one's actively done anything to us yet, so I'm a little, I don't know.
Right.
That you know of. All right. Well, the next thing that happens is I need another round of wisdom saving throws from everybody, please. Ray, you do have advantage on this one as well. And you do not have the 1d4 penalty.
18.
All right. Psalm.
It'll be an 8.
Okay. Shaka
15.
and Sylvester.
6.
All right. Sylvester and Psalm. You suddenly see your field of vision burst into a kind of psychedelic display. It's fascinating to watch, and you find yourself just not really caring about what else is going on in the room, because this shifting, changing, moving pattern has your attention fully captivated. Soreli and Shaka, I'm sorry, yes, Soreli and Shaka, you see the members of the family melt right in front of you into pools of goo on the floor and all slurp together through a knothole in the pine paneling
Oh
into
no.
the wall.
No, no, did not see. No, 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 that's not real. Is it? Wait, was that real?
Leaving
I'm
behind a slight rotten egg smell.
Wasn't me. Oh.
And what are Sylvester and Psalm doing from our point of view?
Staring into space.
Reach out with one of my fingers and just kind of poke Sylvester in the chest really hard.
Well, hang on, it's not your turn yet.
Oh, I see. We're still in combat. My bad.
Yes. Psalm, you can repeat your saving throw.
Oh my gosh. That's a nat 1 for a 3.
Okay. Soreli.
um who's closer to me, Sylvester or Psalm?
Psalm.
I'm gonna scooch over
Psalm
to
is right
Psalm,
next to you.
and I'm gonna sort of shake Psalm, try and wake Psalm up.
All right. I'll say Psalm, that gives you an additional saving throw.
As I bleed on her.
Yeah. That is going to be an
Ouch.
unnatural 20.
Okay. The psychedelia in your vision stops. And you turn around to see Soreli looking extremely distressed.
Um, what happened? I can heal you in a second. Why are you bleeding? We just woke up. I don't get it.
Oh, you're not bleeding. You have a splitting headache
Oh,
and
sorry.
Okay, cool,
are
cool, cool.
feeling just like mental
yeah.
nausea.
I can tell you have a headache. That's where I'll start. I got you though. Thank you for waking me.
All right, Shaka, it's your turn.
Yeah, I'm just gonna kind of tentatively poke Sylvester in the right in the sternum, just a thump, thump, thump. See if there's any response.
All right, go ahead and make another saving throw.
It's 11.
He is not snapping out of it.
All right. So well, this one's done for.
But Sylvester, it is your turn, and so you do get to make one more saving throw.
Come on. 6. What is happening?
Sylvester is in Yellow Submarine right now.
Oh my gosh.
A poisoned thing, is it? It's just purely like magic.
Ray, make another saving throw. Wisdom.
Six.
All right. You all see Ray clutch her head again. You take 20 psychic damage.
Yeah, I'm down and on
All right.
way on death saves.
All right. You see Soreli collapse. Viewers, it would be a lovely moment to help out some of the organizations we are supporting today and thereby help the player characters. Soreli is raising funds for Churla. That's the Coalition
Yes.
for Humane Immigrant
Immigrant
Rights.
Rights Los Angeles.
Yes.
They're an incredible
So,
organization that are doing a ton of amazing work on the ground here.
yeah, so donate to Churla to give Soreli a hand. Psalm.
I'm going to move forward and lay on hands. I will give just I'll give gosh like 7 for right now. 7 hit points. I don't know. I only have 20. We'll go 10. We'll go 10.
Okay.
Just to bring you back up. I don't know what's going on, but is it something in this room? I can't see anything. And
Soreli, your
yeah.
memories are Swiss cheese. You are now subtracting a d6 from each attack roll and ability check. But you are conscious and aware that Psalm has helped you in some way.
Thank
Are
you.
you doing anything else with your turn, Psalm?
I think that's can I do an arcana check to see if that effect is still here and lingering? I would love to just like get any more detail
Which
about
effect?
the effect that is like I think I kind of saw the patterns and I assume that's gone for me. But something is still like undulating in this room, which is kind of that hit Ray. So I kind of want to see if that effect is a spell like what I got hit with.
Okay. You've used your action.
Okay.
So what is your Arcana modifier?
Just a +1.
All right. Going passively, that's not enough to discern that. Soreli, it is your turn. You've been brought back to consciousness. You are on the floor.
Can I try and figure out what the heck is going on here?
Sure. We'll call this a study action. And tell me what kind of line of thinking is you're pursuing first.
I don't know. My brain is Swiss cheese at the moment. So whatever kind of jumps out in terms of everything, if there's something that leaps out at me that is off, that looks different, that seems strange.
All right. We'll call that an investigation check
Okay.
with intelligence.
So that's a 13.
Okay.
Great.
That's after subtracting the d6.
No, it's not.
Okay.
Sorry. I thought that was only on attacks. That's why I wasn't.
Attacks and ability checks.
Oh, okay. Yep. -4, so 9.
9. Okay. You are still fixating on the fact that before you passed out, you saw a family apparently turn into some kind of ooze and vanish through a hole in the wall.
Do I have anything I can plug the hole in the wall with?
I will say also, though, that just from your habits of thought, um, that the fact that you passed out, that you felt another assault on your mind and passed out after it went into the wall means it's probably still there. As far as having anything to plug into the hole, It's a pine wall. There are lots of holes. You can plug that
Okay.
hole, but there
So
are
we
others.
should just leave.
Shaka.
Room's haunted.
So the hole they went out, is that leading to the exterior of the building or to another room inside the inn? Like what's the layout like?
Um, so this is basically the back room of a probably 4-room inn. So you have the
Okay.
common room, you have the guest room, you have the kitchen, and you have where the innkeeper lives. Um, Speaking of the innkeeper, he busts in at this moment saying, "Do you have any idea what time it is?" He's a middle-aged human man, light brown skin, mop of dark hair in a bowl cut. He looks a bit like Patrick Troughton. And he's just like, "What is going on in here?"
Oh, we don't really know. Excuse me for one moment. I'm going to go ahead and use the magic action. Kind of
Go ahead.
run my hands across my face, weave of magic, secrets arcane. Show me its presence, its power made plain, and cast detect magic to see if I can kind of figure out what's happening here.
Detect magic reveals a spell on Sylvester. Um, but not the kind of spell that uh that you are accustomed to.
Okay.
Arcane magic uh follows certain patterns. You're familiar with these patterns. You've studied them. Um, he's under the influence of some kind of magic, but the pattern it follows is alien to you.
And that's the only magic I'm picking up is just around Sylvester. Nothing kind of lingering, nothing in the like in the wall where the ooze went to.
Correct.
Hmm. Okay. Uh, well, that's my action. I'm gonna kind of move up to the innkeeper flung the door open. I'm just gonna kind of poke my head around and look out in the hallway and see if there's anything else happening.
Okay. There doesn't appear to be anything happening elsewhere in the inn, except the Tinkers have woken up and are staring at all of you in confusion and borderline panic.
I mean, that's fair.
Sylvester, let's have another wisdom save. See if you snap out of this.
Oh, come on, dice. Come on. 14.
You snap out of it.
Ow, who hit me? Wait, what? What, and just takes in the room real quick. Okay, what's that was not a dream, I guess. What's going on? What's happening? Uh,
Shaka, make a saving throw, please.
It's a 14.
You feel something trying to pry into your head like someone leafing through pages in a book. You do not like this feeling, but you are able to kind of force it out.
So I know this is kind of pushing the boundaries of the way the spell works, but my detect magic is still up. Do I get a sense of what direction it's coming from?
It's coming from inside the wall.
And that wall once again is an exterior facing wall.
Yes.
Okay.
Psalm.
Um, well, I say to the innkeeper, unfortunately, you have problem. And I'll point at the walls. Uh, d- do your do they go anywhere? Like, do you have a secret door outside? Any places that they could possibly go? The family that was sleeping next to us, the very beautiful one, they turned into a goop and they went into the wall, and I don't know where they will come out. But if we can anticipate.
Um, he will answer you in a moment, but first Sorelli gets to take an action.
Um, I don't even know. uh,
I can cast Cure Wounds on you for my action, so you don't have to worry about being on death's door.
okay.
You are. So I'll. Is it okay if I use my action to cast Cure Wounds first level?
Yeah, absolutely.
Awesome.
Or are you asking her?
I was asking you, Keith. It's
Okay.
my turn. So it's just gonna be. It's gonna be 13 points back.
Oh, fantastic. Thank you.
Very good. Very good.
Oh, you're asking because it was Sorelli's turn. We'll
Yes.
retcon that since you went right before her.
Yeah. Perfect.
Yeah, no problem. All right, and Sorelli, you do get your action.
Um, do we want to leave?
I mean, not my favorite place anymore. It's
I think it's gathering my stuff up and it's helping everyone get their things together. I think that's
All
what's
right.
going to happen is we're going to
Yes.
start prepping to go because it's trying to fight something that's in the walls.
Yes. Let's get out of here.
All right, so Sorelli, you open up your pack and start shoving things into it. And the innkeeper responds and says, there's nothing back there. There's just the space between the paneling and the brick.
I will dig into my pack and I will grab my crowbar.
Okay. Shaka.
yeah, no need for that. And I take a step back and I clap my hands together and whisper, "Boom!" and cast Thunderwave at the wall.
Okay, it fails automatically.
Oh,
Yeah.
now rumor has it this happens occasionally. It's stress or other things sometimes. Uh, and I'd kind of take a step back, a little concerned at this point. Like now things are getting a little real. Not pleased by this. Do I lose the spell slot?
Oh no, I'm sorry. I don't mean that the spell fails automatically. I mean the wall fails automatically.
Oh, my bad. I thought you
So
meant
roll your
I failed. I was like,
damage.
oh dear God, it's just anti-magic show time. Jesus, Keith. No, this is much
I
better.
thought you were
This is
trying
We
much
to.
gotta
better.
run. Like,
I
we
thought
gotta
you were.
go.
Yeah, I thought you were trying to explain to the innkeeper that the walls just explode for
Well,
insurance
we are gonna have to
purposes.
explain that. Like that's gonna be bad news. So that's 11 points.
Okay. Your Thunderwave, basically there's a section of several panels that all get kind of smashed in. You can see splintering. The panels are not destroyed, but they are badly damaged. This is something the innkeeper would want to call insurance about.
Yeah, yep.
Probably one more good solid blow would break some of those panels open. And we come around to Sylvester, who is now free to act.
Okay. Yeah. So are we leaving or are we attacking the wall or are we trying to do both?
We're-
Just to check in.
Pick a team, I guess. I'm gonna help Ray get people and our things out. So maybe stay with Shaka.
I mean, look, I do love destroying things. said that out loud. I shouldn't admit that, but like Sylvester really felt like maybe Shaka's onto something, and is also going to cast Thunderwave at the wall with just like a snap of the finger, except like for some reason the reverberation and vibration from the finger just like the snap just like coalesces into this Thunderwave towards the wall.
All right.
Because we breaking stuff.
Roll your damage.
We not breaking much stuff, but that was 4 points of thunder damage.
That is enough. It splits the already weakened wall boards, and they fall away. And you see this huge pulsating blob dotted with what look like faces in relief, coming and going, coming and going. And some of the faces that you see include the faces of the Workman family. And the innkeeper says, "Oh, blight! What in the 9 hells and 7 heavens is that?"
Do we know what that is? Have we ever seen anything like that?
Each of you make an Arcana check.
No, not a clue. It's a blob.
24 for me.
24 for you.
Just a mere
You've
14.
never seen anything like this, but you have read about them. You've read about a creature called the Oblex. I'm sorry, not Shaka, Sylvester, it did not like having its cover blown away, and it reaches out with a pseudopod and tries to smack you with it. That is a 23 to hit.
Yeah,
and a
hits.
miss. So 1 hit, 1 miss. And it deals 6 bludgeoning damage to you, plus 2 psychic damage. There's something about being struck with it that just disorients your thoughts for a moment. Psalm.
Attack my friend. Okay. Are we fighting or Ray? Oh no! I think Ray is like already grabbing stuff to leave. I think I'm like in the doorway, so I'm looking at Ray leaving, but I'm looking at the group getting hit. Oh, are we fighting? Is that what we're doing? Oh,
I have my hands full on. I sort of shrug.
Gotta we hurt that
okay,
did.
will do. And we'll go over even just now this brilliantly red tiefling, not wearing any of my armor, just like a white puffy kind of shirt, picks up their great sword. It drags on the floor. Will bring it in a circle around them and then strike at this thing, and automatically you see a burst, like a starburst of light from her kind of left chest area, close to the heart. You would think if I think the tieflings have two, but yeah, I think you see a glow of white light, and I'm gonna try to hit with my great sword.
All right.
Okay, let's hope this.
It does have some cover from the wall.
Okay, sounds good. 19 plus 5, 24 to hit.
That will solidly hit.
Amazing. So I'm already gonna do some.
You go
2d6
right down the
damage
middle
on
of the
here.
gap in the paneling.
Yeah, and then I'm just gonna toss a. I'm gonna toss a. Should I just do it? I'm gonna do a regular old divine smite on this.
All right.
So 2d6 just from the greatsword, and then 2d8 radiant damage plus 3. So 18 points total.
Okay.
And 9 of that was radiant, if it halves that or anything.
Okay. It just takes all the damage, and it you all in your minds hear this kind of weird shrieking babble. Um, Clearly, it did not like being struck by Psalm's sword in that way at all. Soreli.
Yes. I will.
Psalm is now standing right by the gap in the wall, right next to it.
Well, it seems like it's worth giving it a shot if we're gonna try and take this thing out, right? So I will go ahead and true strike. And I'll drop my stuff and true strike with my short bow if I can,
Okay.
if I'm distance enough from it. Um,
You are.
so I will go ahead and yeah, I'll true strike with radiant damage if that's all right.
Okay.
Yes, that's what I would like to do. So short bow. It's a 16 to hit.
That will just hit.
Okay, great. And because Psalm is right there, I could throw some sneak attack on there, right?
Sure can.
And I can, I will use Vex as well because I can throw that in because it's a Vex short bow for me.
Okay.
So throw my sneak attack on. Ooh, double sixes. So that's a 12, and I have to subtract. I'm a D6 and a D4. Is that correct? At this point?
Oh, hang on. The D6, not the D4. The D6 replaced the D4.
Just the D6. Okay.
But that was subtracted not from your damage, but from your attack roll.
Sorry, then it would be a 10 to hit.
That would hit the wall.
Okay, never mind.
Sorry.
Okay.
Um,
Oh wait, you know what? Can I would like to use my bonus, my gifted bonus from the Twitch gods.
all right.
If that's okay to try and make this work. Let's see if that will save it. It's gonna be an 11.
Yeah, that's not going to be enough.
Well, oh well. Never mind. Goodbye. Goodbye, Twitch gods bonus. Thank you, Twitch gods. I'm sorry I have failed to serve you well.
Shaka, one of the things you recall from reading about obelisks, they really don't like fire.
Good to know. If only I had some fire spells, which of course I don't. Good times, good times, good times. So I'm surveying the situation quickly before I leap into action here. I see Sorelli kind of doing the bow thing. I see Psalm with her greatsword. What does Sylvester have weapons wise? You know, as I'm kind of trying to figure out what's about to happen in this room.
Oh, he's like dagger, rapier,
Okay.
which at this point are just kind of, I guess, like reaching and clutched as we were packing, but then not packing.
Okay. All right. Oh, I as I'm anticipating this is going to continue to get worse, I am going to try and do the dad arm maneuver and kind of get the innkeeper out of the room so he doesn't get plastered. At just kind of as a free action, not trying to shove him or anything, but just kind of interposing myself. And then I want to go ahead and guess I'm gonna cast Mage Armor or myself. So kind of run my hands glowing down my body. Give me a moment to slip into the zone. Mystic powers, do your thing. Convert these muscles to stone. And I give a big flex because sleeves are bullshit. My wizard robes have no sleeves. And just kind of give a big flex and cast Mage Armor on myself.
Muscle wizard.
Yep.
Muscle Wizard casts Fist. All right. That's Shaka's turn. Sylvester, you are up.
Okay, yeah, we're definitely doing this, but the something about when it had all the faces, Sylvester kind of like stands and does the eye contact thing of a performer that even though they're looking into a crowd appears to be making eye contact with a bunch of people at once.
Mm-hmm.
And smiles for a moment, puts his hand to his mouth and casts Dissonant Whispers.
Okay. Let me check something about that real quick.
Of course.
All right. Wisdom saving throw?
Yes, DC 13.
It fails.
Oh, poor thing. Okay. So that is going to be 10 points of psychic damage.
All right.
And yeah, like every single face just sort of has like this mote of light that appears to be whispering like the nastiest thing towards its face. And as it failed the save, it must immediately use its reaction, if available, to move as far away from me as it can.
So
using the safest route.
Yes. The trouble is, it's trapped in the wall. You see it squirming and like pulsating, trying to go somewhere. It can't. There is nowhere for it to go. It kind of makes like an indentation in itself right behind the hole in the wall. Like that one part of it is retreating from you, but that's as far as it can go.
I don't know. What kind of impact do you think that would have on it or the next person to take an action against it?
I'd say it's de facto restrained.
I'll take it.
But it's also going to like try to slap fight back at you with its pseudopods again. It's going to have disadvantage on those attacks.
These things make my
That's
brain
a
hurt.
wild miss. The other one is an 18.
That hits.
So that is going to be 8 bludgeoning damage and 5 psychic.
Oh.
Psalm.
You're muted.
Whoops. Because it's restrained, attack rolls are made at an advantage. So I think I'm going to strike again.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll go another swing with my greatsword. Okay, that's going to be an unnatural 20 to hit.
Nice.
Let's go. Okay, and then I'm going to throw a Searing Smite onto this one.
Okay.
This is my last first level because I'm a baby. Being level 4 is wild. Okay, so I'm gonna roll 2d6 and then 1d6 fire damage. And at the start of each of its turns until the spell ends, for a minute, it will take 1d6 fire damage and then make a Constitution saving throw to get rid of that.
Oh boy. All right.
So straight off the bat, we're doing 12 points.
All
And
right.
yeah. Yeah, 4 of that was fire damage.
Okay. That howling babble in your heads is now reaching a higher pitch. It really does not like the fire. Sorelli.
My doorbell is ringing. Please move to someone else. Sorry.
All right. Shaka.
When I see kind of this searing, smite hit it, I'm gonna remember that, I didn't tell anyone about the stuff. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, these things, burn them, burn them. And then I will. Is there, like, I know it's a cramped room, and I know that Ceralian and Sam are in there. Is there room to move into melee with this, or is it too crowded?
I'd say there is just enough room
Okay.
for you to get next to Psalm.
All right, then I'm gonna kind of step in, just kind of muscle my way in, kind of like act like I'm putting a glove on, and kind of this crackling energy runs down my hand. I'm gonna make this plain. It's time for pain, and I'm gonna punch it with shocking grasp.
All right.
Does a 13 hit?
A 13 would
Oh, is it still
hit.
restrained?
Oh, it is still restrained. Yes, you're right.
Nice. So that would be an 18 to hit.
That will definitely hit.
All right. Oh, thank goodness. For 7 points.
All right. Okay. Sorelli, you ready to jump in?
I'm sorry about that.
No worries.
Yes. It's still restrained?
It is still restrained.
Okay, I will go ahead and repeat what I did last time, which is the true strike with my short bow. So that is minus a d6. So that's a 12 to hit. Oh, but I have an advantage because it's a.
You have advantage.
Oh, there. No. Nope. Unless, yeah, there's no way that that's going to be lower. So
Okay.
I do very little.
All right. Arrow goes into the wall.
Is there anything I can do with my bonus action that's interesting? I poke it with Mage Hand Leisure to Math. With irritation.
All
And
right.
then I give it an invisible finger.
Okay.
Nice.
Sylvester.
It's, oh goodness. Oh wow. I thought I had something. I think we've been doing some damage, but it's still it can't get away from us. It's kind of stuck there, and it really likes hitting me, which I don't like. Yeah, I think they will take they'll ready their rapier and try and take a slice at this, because they're this is not how one night at the inn was supposed to go. Oh please, why are these dice like this to be? Yeah, that's an 8. That's
All right. Psalm, would you please roll a d6 for the fire damage?
3.
Okay. It rolls an 18 on its saving throw, so the fire goes out.
No.
And now it is going to take a swing at you. A couple of swings. That's going to miss wildly. And that's going to miss wildly.
Yes.
Unless your AC is 11.
I'm not wearing my armor, so it is.
Oh, okay. So that is a hit.
Yes, go ahead, strike at me. Come on, bring it on. Ow.
9 bludgeoning. 5 psychic.
Okay.
And it is your turn.
Be Psalm?
Yes.
Wow. Okay. I'm gonna I'm gonna just hit it again with the sword.
All right.
It's what I'm good at. Natural 20. Oh my gosh. Wait, don't I get something for critting? There's something other than the normal thing? I thought there was something. If you attack roll with a great sword, this is a creature. Whatever, that's not critting. Never mind. Who cares? Okay, so 4d6 plus 6. Okay. 15 points total. And wow, that is that's a lot. Oh wait, it does. Immediately after you score a critical hit with a melee weapon or reduce your creature to 0 or whatever, you can make one attack with the same weapon as a bonus action. Since I didn't
Go
smite.
ahead. You didn't smite. Go ahead. Roll with advantage.
Oh my gosh. Okay, I rolled a 14 and it'll be plus 5 and 11 with the second one. So it'll be 19 to hit.
That will hit.
Or 10 points. 10 points on the second one.
As you take your second swing, it sinks in and you just kind of feel something inside it pop. And there's this horrible rotten egg smell that comes emanating out of it. But you see it kind of sink down and become inert and stop moving.
That was shocking and surprising. What was that?
I poke at it a little bit more to make sure it's still dead. You see an
It
invisible
jiggles.
hand just boom, 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 like jello.
Yeah, it jiggles a little, but it does not seem to make any moves under its own power.
Is the innkeeper still there, or did he bolt?
He has just been frozen in fear. He's just like right outside the door where you pushed him back a little bit. And he has just been staring, unmoving, frozen with fright. The same with the Tinkers. They're just like pressed as close against the wall as they can be. And the innkeeper just kind of steps back out of the room and closes the door.
Yeah.
I get that. I get that.
I grab my notepad and I start writing down everything that happened as descriptively as possible.
Amped up by that fight, you're not ready to go back to sleep just yet.
Nor will we ever sleep here again.
Not in
that's
this room.
like
No.
Yeah.
Okay.
Things in the walls.
lodge a complaint with the management. Oh,
This is rough.
yeah.
Definitely rough.
I think Jen had the right idea. I think it's time to start gathering all of my things, and it is time to quickly leave and then figure out what all this was about somewhere else.
So what would this be doing here?
Yeah. I mean, do we know what the name of it is? Is it like something that would live in the forest near here, or like I'm
As I'm kind of putting my stuff in my pack, I'll just kind of offhandedly over my shoulder. Yeah, right. It's called an obelix or something like that. Don't really think it's a not much of a forest creature, but do I know, like Keith? Do I have any more insight as to what they are other than the
Oh, with
fire
your role,
thing and
yeah,
name?
you would have known that they are found around people and they feed off of people's memories and steal their identities.
Oh, oh, okay.
So
I will relay
that
this as
family
I'm.
that it was posing as, those would have been people whose memories it ate once upon a time.
dead.
I think so. Sylvester turns and looks at the Tinkers like real hard stare. You're not gonna. You're you're not goo, right?
I turn the mage hand and I poke them on the shoulder. Doesn't feel like goo.
No, no, we're not goo. We're we're
Did
not
you
goo at
recognize
all.
those people?
I we didn't know them. They were here when we arrived.
Hmm.
Might have a question for the innkeeper. Just like how long that family had been staying here. But otherwise,
Yeah.
yeah, I'm fine to go.
I was gonna ask, is there like a logbook that we can check out?
It's not really that kind of establishment.
Okay.
In the morning, he may have collected his wits. It's up to you whether you plan to stay around that long. You did pay for the beds.
Oh yeah, we also need to get
We
our money
paid for
back
the
for the
beds. We
beds.
didn't pay the extra to have the Alex hanging out with us.
No, that's true. That was
Didn't pay
not
the
part of
bonus
the
for things in the
service.
walls. Mm-mm.
Yeah,
Mm-mm.
that's not good amenities. This is not getting a good review from us.
Crappiest continental breakfast ever. All right, so we're around this inn we're staying in, so obviously when we checked in, is there any other place we know that we could go in the middle of the night and kind of sit down and have a let's figure this out conversation, or are we kind of in the middle of nowhere?
You're not in the middle of nowhere, but by this time of night, most inns are either full or have shut down for the night. The innkeepers have gone to sleep. They're not going to answer the doors. Um, you are your choice right now is you're sleeping here or you're sleeping on the street. Neither one's a pleasant prospect.
I mean, we killed this one, so like, I mean, the chance of us getting two in here is like very low, right? We cleared this room at least. We can go to bed.
Do you smell what I smell right now? I can't sleep with this odor in the air. This is outright disgusting.
Yeah. Maybe and some will walk over and take the blankets from their beds and just like put it over top of it in hopes that it like dampens the smell. I assume it starts to absorb some of the sticky yuckiness. I don't know.
It muffles it some, yeah.
Oh,
Look, much
there's
better.
oh gosh. Sylvester starts like snapping their fingers and casting prestidigitation just to you know, whatever the version. It was going to be nice and flowers, but this needs to be like whatever our version of Febreze is to just try to nullify as much as possible because yeah, I this is our only option. Oh.
A few castings of prestidigitation freshen the air, clean up some of the spatters.
Yes, we need to sleep. So I I do think that, like, even if we do it in shifts, maybe the first shift, like, I will stay awake with
I'll be
someone.
awake-ish the whole time, so it's not a problem.
Okay. Yes, we can just take turns casting prestidigitation, and then we can clear the stench for our friend. Okay.
Well, and I can get a a, a friend to help keep watch, and I start casting Find Familiar as a ritual.
Okay. What kind of familiar do you conjure up?
I will have an owl who will come and sit on my shoulder. It's a striped owl. It almost looks like a tiger.
Okay. A little bit Daniel, a little bit X. All right.
What are the
Okay.
tinkerers doing while we're all having this conversation, throwing blankets over dissolved creatures? Are they sticking around too, or are they gonna dip out?
They are trying to kind of bury themselves under their blankets and just shut everything out.
Reaction to disassociate. All right, that's fair enough. Okay. I guess we're staying here. Yay.
This place will smell like daisies and blossoms by the time we're done with it. And I will high five Sylvester. Little too positive. Yeah, are we just gonna, like? Because I believe Ray can trance, so that's
Mhm.
like 4 out of the 8 hours. Um, I don't know. We can actually press the digitation if you want to. I assume sleep is moving.
It only takes a few castings of prestidigitation to make the room bearable. You all
Right.
gain the benefit of a long rest. The remainder of the night is uneventful. Soreli, when you wake up in the morning, you kind of check yourself, go through a few key points. Your memories have returned to you.
Okay, good.
You go out into the common room where the innkeeper brings you bowls of cornmeal porridge cooked in milk, plates of bread and eggs, and cups of small beer. The two tinkers have already fled the inn. The innkeeper is very, very quiet. He mostly stays out of the common room while you talk among yourselves.
Are we the only folks in the common room, or are there others here as well?
You are the only ones in the common room at this point. This is not a public inn. This is a place where
Got
the
it.
guests eat, and that's it.
Okay. So, I really appreciate the level of violence you brought with that sword. Like that was pretty nice. That was sweet moves, as I like to call them. Where'd you learn to do that?
Well, it took me a little bit of time, but basically I was taught by a man who was twice my age, really like 3 times my age. Um, and it took about 10 years. I don't know, it wasn't easy, but it also was the most exciting thing I could possibly be doing. So
Swinging a sword is pretty exciting, and you do it very well. So, bravo,
it's great.
bravo.
It's wonderful. I actually was curious. My magic seems to come from a source of a specific point in my philosophy, and it's not something that I feel I will ever truly know. But it seems like you know exactly what you're doing. That is
Well, I
impressive.
like to think so. I spent a long time trying to figure it all out. Uh, yeah, I got shipped off to the Mages College when I was a wee little lad. Spent a bunch of time there learning, well, the usuals, and then I've been on walkabout ever since, kind of studying here and there, like all the classics, reading books where I can, watching plays, demonstrations, tournaments. I'm really trying to learn how to turn my magic into something I can embrace, and I just kind of clench my fist and some kind of magic crackles around it. Yeah, the fun stuff.
That is very inspiring, my friend. And I think at this point, what is Sylvester wearing this morning?
Um,
You have all
after we,
the
yeah.
time and the opportunity to don your armor, by the way.
Okay, awesome.
Um,
So fast.
um, yeah, Sylvester is wearing their normal traveling clothes, so it is like a light leather armor. It's like a kind of like a sleeveless like jumpsuit, so it sort of appears to be like all one piece. It is it is black, it is tight, it has like a little bit of like a rainbow motif across the front of the chest, and if you look over, he is staring down at the meal, kind of like, all right, it's food, I guess.
Talk about inspiring. You look great.
Oh, thank you.
Sylvester, by the way, I don't believe you have mentioned for our viewers what species of fellow you are.
Sylvester is a crystal gem dragonborn. So so yeah, like crystalline kind of quartzish crystalline scales, purple eyes, and horns, and definitely enjoys basically people saying like how good they look, but is also trying to be modest about it because they do try at it, but they don't want to look like they try at it. You absolutely saw them using their dagger to give themselves licked blades earlier today. Like, yeah, like
Effortlessly chic.
Ray, is it? Can,
Yes,
can,
Sorelli.
can,
And
oh, sorry, Sorelli. I do not wish to
Sorelli.
get
Ray
that
is
wrong.
fine. Either
Do
either
you
or.
can you not put that like when we were can you not put that I missed with that can you just
Oh,
leave the part about me swinging the sword out actually, that I feel like would really enhance the narrative of the tale, I think.
I I mean, I'm
um
mostly going to just talk about that creature. I think that's what the focus is going to be on. That there
yeah,
was
yeah.
this this creature that was there in the middle of the night, and very difficult to hit.
With the faces, and yeah, I mean, it wasn't well, it managed to hit very well. It hit me a lot, so I think that at least it got.
Oh,
um
it
yeah,
didn't have a problem hitting. It was just hard to
yeah,
hit.
yeah.
And Ray
um,
sort of blushes a little bit. Ray is a high elf and has short cropped straight dark brown hair and kind of piercing um like very light blue eyes, and all of a sudden her cheeks just flush bright red.
are you a chronicler? Do you tell
I
stories?
I try to, yes. Try
Like
and track
an
what's happening and report it back.
oh, okay. Sylvester was initially thinking like she was an entertainer, but now understands like,
No,
right,
journalist.
that kind of, okay, that, oh,
Well,
freelance.
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
It's tough out there right now.
I know the feeling.
well, I think as journalists, like you have a duty to the public to always ensure that they get the most accurate information, of course.
Absolutely agreed.
So if you can write that I am 6'5" and that my monster muscles were huge and that I like really emphasized that, and I think Shaka also did some things that I feel like we can add some embellishment to. but like the words that
Have
you
you
said,
that?
they were perfect. They were
Have you
great.
seen that? That does not need embellishment. Okay, like, have you seen that? Those do not need embellishment.
It's
Okay.
true. They don't. They don't.
Yes. Very impressive. Just the though Psalm is an oath of devotion paladin, you're like, actually maybe she's the one that will make glamour paladins a thing. Like, just very
Yes.
obsessed with this.
This is a pretty party.
This is a gorgeous party.
Oath of the look.
Yes, exactly. Oath of aesthetics.
Like the cast
I was
blue
gonna
steel.
say, there's nothing wrong with a little bit of serving the public. I mean, but
Exactly.
also serving.
With serving the public and serving the public.
Speaking of
So
the
yeah,
public,
are we gonna go interrogate that innkeeper or what?
there we go. That's where I was. Yep.
Can
'Cause-
we do that? Yes.
Because I know you said like this is not like a logbook kind of inn, but you said we're the only the two miners, sorry, tinkers have already left. We're the only
Mhm.
people in the room. I am curious because there appeared to be a family of four. How many other people he had thought he had admitted?
Okay. When he comes out to clear your plates, you're able to buttonhole him. And long story short, the family were in their second night at the inn. Before they arrived, there were other guests who he now recalls he never ever saw them come in the front door. He just came out, saw there were guests already in the common room, took their money, said, "Here's your room," showed them where to sleep, what the arrangements were, served them food. But he is recalling that for several weeks now, there have always been guests he did not see enter through the front door. They were different people, but he never saw them enter and he never saw them actually leave. He just saw that their beds were unoccupied, made the beds, rented the room out to someone else the next day.
I'm gonna take a little bell out of my pouch and some
Mhm.
string, and I'm gonna walk over to his front door, and I'm gonna tie it up on the corner and just stare at him as I'm doing it. Just this guy, Jesus.
Having answered your questions, he retreats into the back with the dishes again.
Looking around this building, does it seem like there are other entrances and exits that are not the primary entrances and exits? Does it seem like there's a cellar that they might have come up out of, or does this seem like they goose slithered in the front door when no one was noticing? The
Who
Jello
could say?
slide.
There probably is a cellar accessed from the kitchen. Depends how nosy you want to get. But for now, it seems the problem here is solved.
The town we're in.
Mhm.
How large of a town are we talking?
It is the largest town in the region, and it would qualify as a town, perhaps barely as a city. It does have several different quarters, um, There is a central market. You right now are in an area called Gold Camp, which is kind of what it says on the label. It's a working class area, largely populated by miners and people who provide goods and services to miners. Um, there is a posh neighborhood called Citadel Hill, a decidedly non-posh neighborhood called Deep Town, um, and a sort of elven enclave called Cielu. Um,
What kind of clothing did the family were they wearing? What did they look like? I mean, if this thing is stealing memories and stealing identities, where did they look like they came from?
they looked like common workers, and a family of common workers. They were dressed accordingly. They could have been native to this region. They had that look about them. Um, but people kind of come in a variety of looks that are pretty much the same for a fairly large way around.
So
Like
was there
like
anything
they could have been
identifying?
local, but they could have been from a few hundred miles away. There's really nothing to distinguish.
So there was nothing distinguishing at all about their clothing, about their anything they had on their person.
Seemed to be just an unfortunate family.
Okay.
The location
Mm-hmm.
where we are.
Mm-hmm.
Um. Okay, so the creature was like it was kind of attacking us, but it only attacked us when it knew it couldn't fight. Do I get that idea comes from like I am not an animal person, I'm not a big knowledge person, but would I get that idea would be behaviors replicated from like creatures in the forest around us or anything like that like
It
do I
does not seem like a natural creature at all. It
yeah.
it does not seem like something that slunk into the forest, or slunk in from the forest.
Okay.
Shaka, with what you know, with what you know, I was wondering, like, is it a creature that might have been sent here, or listening to Psalm kind of recount what happened and thinking about the innkeeper, it feels like this obelisk just found a really good place to hunt, but nobody else really seems that concerned. And Sylvester's brain is like, look, the innkeeper didn't ask us to like fix this, so no one's paying us to take care of this problem.
Right. No, it's true.
I'm just, it's,
I'm a little nervous that perhaps this isn't the only one, though. Wonder if this is a rampant issue here in the village.
Should go outside and find out.
Yes, ask
Yeah.
around a bit.
Speaking of which, you are all in the position of, you are all in a position such that getting money to solve people's problems would be very advantageous for you.
So maybe we find someone who will pay us to get rid of these things and we'll be set. This place just isn't it. And Psalm will kind of slap her hand on the table as she gets up, preparing to go.
Yeah,
No one
I'll follow
stops
along.
you as you no one stops you as you go out the door. The little bell jingles though.
Nice. I did
it's
that.
that simple.
It really is that simple, right? Who just lets people just wander in aimlessly and then
I do like what you said about finding people to pay us to solve problems, and I'm definitely keeping the Oblex in a back pocket as even if it doesn't exist, we all now have significant experience with it. Maybe it does exist and they just don't know about it. That's that's a later problem, maybe. Opportunity, perhaps.
I'm gonna dig through my bag and pull out. You notice that Ray has a silver whistle around her neck, and I'm gonna dig through my bag and I'll pull out 3 more and I'll say, "Look, if something happens, let's let each other know." And I'll hand each of you a small silver signal whistle,
All
just in
right.
case we get separated or something. It's worth
I
having,
like it.
This.
Hey.
Mhm.
and they're
Alright.
so stylish.
You head over to a nearby square where you see a signpost. There is a sign pointing east-southeast, labeled Central Market. There's one pointing east, labeled Citadel Hill. One pointing northeast that says Deep Town. And one pointing south that says Cielu. Except that as you're looking at it, they change. Now it's Citadel Hill east-southeast, Deep Town east, Cielu northeast, and Central Market south.
Does it change for all of us?
Yes.
I'm gonna keep looking at the sign.
But
As you keep looking at the sign, the letters scramble. So now you see one says Eudotnip, one says Iaichholtdale, one says Seul, and one says Nurtka Tertalmi.
Okay, everyone points where they see Sul the Silu one, whatever it used to be. Just to make sure we're all seeing the same exact
Like
jumble.
they're all doing that for you, right?
Yes.
You all are
Yep.
The signs spin around and then point in new directions: northwest, west, southwest, northeast, upward at a 45-degree angle.
Chaka. Is this magic?
Yeah, I'm gonna take a little bit of time here well, first off, are there any other like pedestrians around us that are noticing this as well, or are we the only people on this acid trip at the moment?
Everyone else is locals who don't need these directions, so you're the only ones looking at the signposts.
Okay.
Fair. I'm gonna take 10 minutes and I'm gonna start ritually casting detect magic while these guys kind of figure out
I
what's
can
going on.
actually, if you want, I can do that a little faster for us.
Yeah, do your thing. I appreciate that.
I'll just go ahead and pop that from my elven lineage.
Oh yeah.
I'll use my once
Yes.
daily just to.
Yeah. Yeah, totally magic. Someone is casting minor illusion on the signpost.
Minor illusion.
So there is a physical signpost there.
Can I look into the sky? Is anything happening to the sky?
You look around, Psalm, and off to the side, you see this little indigo-colored, cat-sized dragon with butterfly wings perched on the shingle of a building about 25 feet away. And it looks at you, and you hear this kind of silvery laughter in your head, and a voice saying, "Dilechki wel der edrichiadai araich wudebai," and it flies off.
Was that something I would recognize? Any language that I would recognize?
None of you knows that language.
Awesome.
Did we all hear that in our heads, or was it just Psalm?
Only Psalm, because Psalm was the
Okay.
only one looking at the dragon.
All right.
Now that I'm aware this is a minor illusion, does it dissolve for me?
It has dissolved for all of you. The signs have gone back to normal and are pointing in proper directions.
Okay.
Central Market is east. Citadel Hill is east-southeast. Deep Town is northeast. Cielu is south.
I copy that into my notebook.
And they stay that way.
Central Market. Okay.
After that, and I think we'll just start running after the dragon.
It's twice as fast
Gone?
as you are, and it's flown away.
Oh, I'll point up at it. You all see that too? Is that just me?
See what?
What?
Dragon, but it laughs at you.
I know we saw some stuff like the colored lights at the inn. Are you still? Are you rolling?
No. I slept. I slept well. I thought.
Okay. Because I mean, we could get you some water and probably like I'm just saying. Like,
No, it was real, but I will consider it an illusion for the sake of this team. We will continue forward.
Are there any? Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Go for it, please.
Are there any guards around? Any militia? Any watchmen that are kind of making their way about?
There are a few, yes.
Let's kind of motion one over. Try and catch one of their attention.
All right. One comes over. Is there a problem?
Well, it's not particularly, but I do have a bit of a question for you. We ran into a bit of an issue at the hostel we were staying at, and it seems that a few folks have gone missing. And we're my friends and I kind of gesture around to my compatriots here. My friends and I are wondering, is this an isolated incident, or is there a problem here in town that perhaps we could assist with?
Relatives of yours?
No.
Friends?
No.
What do you want us to do?
Well, that was not what I mean. Well, ostensibly your jobs, but right now though, I'm just
Our
wondering.
jobs are to maintain order here.
Oh, we're getting snippy already, are we? Okay. So I'm just trying to figure out, are missing people? Is this like an issue here?
People come, people go. There are
Yeah,
accidents.
that's what people.
Accidents. Would you like to elaborate on that? And I have my notebook out.
See those gold mines over there?
Mm.
A lot of accidents at mines.
And is there any sort of safety regulation to prevent those accidents?
Ask the mine owners. Is there anything else?
It seems like it would be in the mine owners' benefit not to have regulation, because that would raise their costs, even though ultimately it would be in their best interest to have their workers protected.
Well, do they have a union? Do we think the miners have a union? Can we talk to their union rep if we can? Is that someone?
Look, if you can get a meeting with the mine owners, you can talk to them. If there's some kind of public disorder happening, you can let us know. Otherwise, we got to keep to our patrol.
You do that. Have a nice day.
Well, just out of curiosity, where does your patrol run?
Oh no.
That way, and he points in the opposite direction from all of you.
I make a note of it.
Okay.
And his description.
Okay.
Back to us, like it always is. Huh.
It's not too pleasant. Not very friendly with the visitors, is he?
Seem to care much about what happens to the people here either.
I bet that the people of this town would be much more pleasant than that. People that really love where they live. They have a passion for it. So maybe he just pays too
True.
much for rent and he's not from here. I don't know. He hates this town, city.
There are businesses around here, some market stalls. This is not the central market. This is not the main market square, but it is a market square. It's like a local neighborhood one.
Do we want to go to the central market or the mines or something like that?
I
Dwelled in darkness. Mines sound like a good idea to me.
mean, Central Market's probably going to have a lot of people and probably a better place to get information. Um, I'm good with either.
Yes, central.
Yeah, I think perhaps, yeah, starting at the market, but I really, now thinking about it, would love to check in on the mine. It seems like their interests aren't being looked out for.
Well, let's head to the mine first, because when the guard
Oh,
pointed, it's relatively near to where we are.
Excuse me?
The mine is relatively close to where we are. The guard kind of pointed in that direction.
Well, there are multiple mines, and
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
they are all kind of so this city is um on kind of a more level area on the eastern slope of a mountain range. The mines are in the direction of the range. Uh, the posher parts of town are on the downslope.
Follow your guys' lead. Shaka's good to go wherever.
I'm also open to wherever you want to go.
To the mines, it is.
Yes,
Let's
let's
pick a
All right.
go.
direction and get moving. Yeah.
All right, you head in that direction. Um, move well, you go up one of the broader streets in this part of town. Um, you see you see some people heading in the same direction as you, uh, wheeling barrows of equipment, wagons. You see people coming back the other way with uh, wagons of ingots. Um,
What's the overall tenor of the people here? Do they seem happy? Do they seem downtrodden? Is it run of the mill? Like, what's the overall sense of the folk?
they seem a lot like many of the people you have encountered elsewhere in the Empire of Branabor. People kind of tend to keep their heads down in public, try not to make waves, find their joys where they can, but for the most part, day to day life is always tinged with a little bit of anxiety, simply because the Empire is so frequently arbitrary in how it decides to treat the populace. So there's always that little bit of tension you see carried in everybody's shoulders. Um, but people are just trying to go through their day-to-day lives.
All right. Mhm. So I guess I'll kind of one thing I want to be doing as I'm because I just got this nag in the back of my head. I'm going to keep my eyes out if there's any missing persons posters around or things like
Mhm.
that.
but I'm gonna kind of hang back with Ray a little bit and just kind of watch as she takes notes and everything. Right. So when you're cracking a big story, right? Like where do you start? Like are you gonna go in hard on the management of the mine? Like where do we? Pretty much I just punch things. So like the
We start
investigation
with
is not
just
my thing.
information gathering, getting a
Right.
broader
All right.
sense of what's happening, and
Yeah.
see if there's really a story there. So that's where I'm starting here.
Okay. Okay. All right. All right. All right. And do we think the story is linked to our previous night's story of goo?
Oh, I don't know yet. I can't jump to those conclusions, but
Oh,
if
right.
there's
I see.
an indication of that, then we'll follow that thread where it leads.
All right. All right. All right. Okay. All right. Yeah.
Do you talk to
I'm gonna.
anyone
I
along the
think I
way?
was gonna say, are there like people like they just look like they're going about their business? Is
Yeah.
there? Hmm? Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Lots of them. None of this city is not as big as any of the ones you come from, but it's not that much smaller.
Okay. Um, yeah, I agree. I agree with Shaka. Like any missing persons posters, any signboards, any, especially with the mine, anything that looks like it might be a wall of memory, something like that. Just um, and also, are there like any children like running around and playing at all?
Yes, yes, there are children, and the children are acting like children. They are, you'll see them um, playing games in alleys, um, chasing each other around. They're not in school. Um,
Yeah, school sucks.
they are they're just kids being kids.
Okay.
Not yet really old enough to have that awareness of how arbitrary things can be.
Yeah, I
And
think
there's nothing that.
Sylvester is.
Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
No, as we're walking, Sylvester would pull out his lute and just start like just idly riffing and humming. If you listen closely, they're probably trying to put together words that match the Oblex encounter, but mostly it's just like, okay, if everybody's happy, then I guess we're happy.
People look up as you go by. They don't stop their work, but you can tell as they are passing by, they are they're listening for as long as they can hear, and brings a smile to some faces. Um, Nobody seems to be like picking up that you're singing about some kind of goo monster. That it's that particular aspect of it is not ringing any bells for anybody, it seems. But you're able to brighten some minutes of people's day as you go by.
Maybe
No
they're
one
not as
throws you coin.
downtrodden as
It's
we
not
think.
that part of town.
Oh no, just sometimes making people smile is enough.
I'm pretty good at picking up on noticing things about
Hmm.
people and places. Is there anything around here that's jumping out at me as being off, as being
There
um
is one thing.
okay?
You see a you see a dwarf hanging around who does not look like he is occupied in any kind of productive work like all the other people around. Um, but he's clearly just kind of hanging around watching things. loitering, you might say. He looks to you ever so slightly sketchy.
Casually poke. Goo?
Goo?
Is it goo?
Is goo?
That's going to be the new
Do you
Netflix show.
always
Is it goo?
introduce
Is it
yourself like
cake?
that?
No, I mean it's Mage Hand Leisure to Mass, so it's an invisible hand at a distance from me where I have total plausible
I see.
deniability.
Ah,
He
he
just
he
keep-
like
Okay.
and he gets a little bit more of a scowl on his face. Like whatever you just did, he didn't like that.
I sort of just very subtly, indicate him to my friends here.
Everyone else around here seems to have something to do except him. Huh. Okay.
I'm just going to look directly over at the guy and go, well, who, that one? And point.
He's looking directly at you now.
Get it? Have you seen this?
I mean, we are a very attractive party.
I mean, we got the crystalline dragonborn, the armor and the greatsword.
Yes.
Yeah, it's a lot of things.
You've got the looks he wants to know better, and he is heading over to you.
Oh,
That
Give a
of
little
my
wave.
He says,
yeah.
"Now I know you all aren't from around here."
How could you tell?
Thank you. Whew. Oh, yeah. Sorry. Sorry.
What's your game?
Well, I will take out my dice.
I was about to say cards.
Like,
That is a very fun question for us. Well, we just noticed that people are kind of going about their day, and you seem more interested in, how they're doing that. What the movement is like here. But I'm
Oh.
just curious, what's going on in your mind? That might be a perfect mindset for the game that I have.
Observant. Are you looking to make some money?
Well, listen, my friend, always looking to make some money, but it depends on who and what for.
Well,
What?
honest work will earn you coin in Sun Peak, but only enough to keep you upright and not crying. Go prospecting for gold. Many have. Few got rich, a lot went bust. Now, let's say you're people of rare talent, looking to get paid well for things you can do without catching the Emperor's eye. If you're made of the right stuff, you might find favor with Belandus. Come sundown, go pay a visit to Columbine Court. It's at the foot of Citadel Hill, alongside Deep Town. Tell them there are windfalls of dreams and a wolf in the stars. You'll get in. What you do after that is on you. And he turns and leaves.
And I turn to Sylvester. Do you think he was waiting all day to be able to tell one person that riddle, and then he walks out and he goes where?
I'm sorry. There are windfalls of dreams and what of stars?
And a wolf,
a wolf
and
and
stars.
stars.
And a wolf in the stars.
He did seem very, very excited to drop that one line and then try to mysteriously vanish. I mean, respect, but was he willing? I mean, if we hadn't come by, was he going to be here all day?
Yeah, it was a little bit like,
Like,
ooh.
Yeah, how long was
yeah.
he here? It's curious. These people they're hardworking. They look great. They deserve more money. Just because we're hot doesn't mean that should do the under the table job. You know what I mean? But I do kind of want to see how much money we can make. I can't lie to you.
I mean, it can't hurt to hear him out, right? Kind of see what sort of endeavors he's, laying out there.
He does seem to, he seemed to be coding what he was saying very heavily, too. And what
I
you're
mean,
made of, and I mean,
avoiding the empire. I mean, this is definitely not legal, right?
no,
This is definitely not.
very,
Okay.
very not legal.
Okay.
Far from.
However, I am also curious, because if this Belandus has more resources than we see around here, perhaps some redistribution is in order.
All right.
Sounds good to me. Belandis.
And he said show up there at night,
At sundown.
sundown. Okay. All right.
What time of day is it?
Right now it's still fairly early in the day. You slept in. You discussed among yourselves, but you haven't spent a lot of time walking around. So you've got time to kill before sundown, and let's just say that you do.
Mhm.
You you go to that area where Citadel Hill meets Deep Town. This is the richest neighborhood in the city, right next to the poorest one. And you kind of walk along the border of the two neighborhoods, and you find one particular mansion at the foot of the hill. It's distinguished by an oversized front door, 8 feet high, 3.5 feet wide, and a shingle with gilded edges and the image of a star-shaped flower with 5 pointed indigo-colored petals alternating with 5 shorter, rounder white petals, and a bright splash of yellow in the center. Both the shingle and the door are a deep red, almost black hardwood.
Fancy.
Rich.
They're really, yeah. At least they're not ostentatious.
Oh yeah, no, this is a little. Does this feel like it?
I believe so. Would you like to do the honors?
Um, before we do, is it worth having a detect magicka?
Oh, I
Right?
think so.
We have been we have been seeing a lot of weird magical shit since we've
It's
gotten
true.
here.
It's true.
I'm gonna go ahead and yeah, let's go ahead and pop one of those just for. Oh, do I want those spell slots though?
We don't have to
Hang
be
on to the.
100% punctual. I think we could take 10 minutes to ritually cast it and
Yeah,
not miss our
let's
window.
let's go for
Yeah.
that then.
All
I'm
right.
going to do the same thing as well, just so we
I
have
actually
2
don't have it
ready.
as a ritual, so
Oh, I do. So I'll do that. I will. I'm going to mage armor just in case, and then I
yeah.
will ritually cast detect magic before someone knocks on that door, which isn't going to be me, by the way.
All right. Noted. You knock on the door. A few moments later, a voice says, "Yes."
Um, the windfalls of dreams, and the wolf is in the stars.
The door opens, and a well-dressed person escorts you in. You enter an enormous parlor, 60 feet square, with a 12-foot ceiling, deep wine red wallpaper with threads of gold woven into it, um, mahogany furniture, a bar off to the left, low round tables, 4 and 5 feet in diameter, um, but no chairs. Only cushions, ranging in size from 1.5 feet to a couple that are 8 or maybe even 10 feet across, although most of them are comfortably sized for a human adult. You see a bartender behind the bar and 2 guards, one on either side of a door at the rear left corner of the room. These 3, plus the usher who brought you inside, are the only people you see standing. 5 other people in the room are seated on cushions, and they're all looking at you appraisingly. On their tables, you see crystal goblets of wine, spirits, liqueurs, small plates with portions of food. To the right is a great stone hearth with a crackling fire, and you can just catch a warm, spicy whiff of incense.
Is anything immediately tickling the magic sense?
Not immediately.
Okay. Okay.
How about just looking around, paying attention to what's happening here?
People seem to be relaxing. Gives off kind of a private members club vibe.
Yeah.
Um, the the usher asks you point blank, "What's your business here?"
Waterfalls and Star
Are
Wolves.
are you looking to join the court?
Yes, Colin, is this we were told to seek out Belandus
Hmm.
and talk to him about opportunity.
They will talk to you about that, but they will only meet with one of you at a time.
Hmm.
And he gives you a kind of a gesture across the 4 of you that you take to mean choose who that person is going to be.
Respectfully, we work together as a group.
Respectfully, this is a requirement. You're free to leave if you don't like it.
I'll
Nice
Homer
for
Simpson
it.
back into the
So,
bushes.
I was gonna say, Sorelli,
Mhm.
I believe of us all, you may be the most observant. If there's information to be gathered by this conversation, I think it might best suit if we sent you if we have to at all.
I know enough to know that if you're going in for this kind of work, you go in together or not at all.
Belandus won't
Okay.
see 2 of us. Not even 2.
Can I
I based on her saying that with this attendant in front of us, um, yeah, I believe, as you can probably tell, we are not from around here. Sylvester just likes saying that now. And we were, oh goodness, to use such a terrible phrase, headhunted and sent here. So at least someone sees the measure and the merit in our talents. I understand that there are rules, but perhaps this one can at least be bent in this case.
This is going to be a very steep persuasion check. If you want to go ahead and roll it.
Use them donations. Use them donations.
Oh, wait, hold
True,
on.
yes.
Yeah, sorry. I've got, what do I have? What do I got? I think I have, all right, I will throw another there. So that'll end up being a 16.
16 is not enough to get them to bend.
They
And he's
tried.
giving you a kind of everyone thinks they're special look.
It's not that everyone thinks they're special. It's you came to us. If you came to us and you didn't want us, then that's your loss. Look, if you're not willing to leave it on the table in a negotiation,
He says, "Forgive me, but it was not I who extended the invitation."
True.
That's a good point. Do we see the dwarf here anywhere?
No, you don't.
Okay.
Aren't in any danger, are we?
well, why don't you tell us a little bit more about this job then first before we make that decision? Because right now you're asking us to commit to something with people we don't know. In a situation that is in a place that's unfamiliar, and separate out, and that's just not. There's nothing about that rings as we have no reason to trust you, and we have no information about what we're walking into. So why should we?
We have no reason to trust you. It is true. You have the
That's fine.
password.
Then you cannot trust us altogether, as we
no,
are.
There is no one job. There's a conversation to be had in which Belandis will decide whether or not they deem you to be the sort of people they would like to work with.
Can I talk to my friends really quick?
Of course.
And I will turn to you for.
Yeah, let's huddle.
Shaka, come out of the bushes, please.
Yeah, sorry about that.
Trying to become a piece of the wall.
There's social anxiety.
Can I ask you, Shaka, in which direction did you retreat?
Literally straight back. So if they're having the
Just like
conversation,
back toward the door.
I'm just walking backwards because I'm a little anxious about this. This isn't my bag.
Sure.
So yeah.
Oh, yeah. So what do we want to do here, folks?
I think we send one person in, and I mean, we know what we are worth, kind of. Not really, but we know that we are not worth just copper. Okay, we are gold working heroes, right? We're hot. There's not a lot.
Working heroes. I like that.
Yes,
I like that.
yes.
That's good. That's good.
Yes, we settle for nothing less. What is happening to this accent? I'm just like slowly
traveling. It's good.
meandering.
It's good.
How did I get to Australian? It fully forced its way out of me. We settle for nothing less than gold. We are hot, so we know that as well. And we do nothing that damages or harms each other. Right? We're just gonna listen.
Aye. Yeah, so who? I mean, we're all, stunning specimens of attractiveness, as we've already established. But who here makes best with the words? And I just kind of look right at Sylvester as I say that.
If I, if I must, I'm certain at the very least I'm willing to hear them out. Um, but I shan't make any promises to accept anything without consulting with the three of you.
Perfect.
I'm good with that.
Yeah.
I'll
Yeah.
trust you. Kind of.
All right.
And I just sort of, as you walk toward the guard, I just sort of tap the whistle.
Hmm. So, I will still say, you know, under duress, we are willing to meet Belandis's terms, and I will meet with them.
All right. He leads you forward to the door. Um, they open it. The guards on either side of the door open it. The usher stands behind as you go through.
Can my
The
owl
door.
swoop through with Sylvester?
It can try. Make a stealth check for the owl.
Using mine, or I didn't add the owl. Hang on, I gotta add that.
Let's see what kind of stealth an owl has. Ooh, +3.
Okay, let's see how this goes. 15.
15. Well, 15 makes it past the guards. All right. So the owl has quietly slipped into the room while no one else was looking up. And the door closes behind Sylvester and the owl. You hear a bolt slide. You look and you see there is no keyhole on this side of the door. Sylvester. Belandis stands 7 feet tall. But from their proportions, you can tell this is the result of high platform shoes. They have dark, curly hair in a 2-block cut, olive skin, eyes ringed with kohl. They wear a loose, knee-length embroidered blue robe with trumpet sleeves braided with gold over a gown of brocaded purple silk that reaches down to the floor. Above the low square neckline of their gown, they wear a beaded gold necklace, and their slender fingers are bedecked with rings. All the walls are curtained, hiding whether or not there's any way out of the room besides the way you came in. The room contains more of the cushions you saw outside, as well as a throne, which Belandis is standing about 10 feet in front of. The air is thick with the incense you smelled outside. A pretty thing come to visit. So, you need something. Why don't you tell me what it is? And I'll tell you how I can help and what it will entail. We'll take a break right here. A pretty thing come to visit. So, you need something. Why don't you tell me what it is, and I'll tell you how I can help and what it will entail.
Sylvester looks them up and down and looks around the room, genuine, like admiration on their face for the furnishings, the accoutrement, the outfit, and then back to Belandus and kind of does the look head to toe and like stops when realizing about the platforms, and I'm like, well, my friends and I were told that there might be lucrative opportunities, perhaps things that are better than mining, because of, and also things that might not be privy to the Empire of Branabor. And we are definitely interested in a golden opportunity.
Belandus walks slowly toward you with a surprisingly graceful sway considering the height of the shoes they must be wearing. Inside these walls, I acknowledge no dominion greater than my own. Whatever grievances the Empire may have toward you, or you toward it, are of no concern to me. But if you wish to hide yourself, I can find things for you to do where you won't attract any further attention. Sylvester, make a Constitution saving throw, please.
All right. Dirty 20.
The incense in this room is very thick. And you kind of feel yourself getting a little bit of a buzz off it. But not to an extent that would impair you. But you have the opportunity to take a turn in the conversation.
So it was explained to us that you might have suitable tasks for those with suitable talents. And, well, so far, none of my friends and I have done anything to incur the ire of the Empire. If those tasks might gain us more attention than we'd like, or if those tasks are of a sort that might gain us more attention than we'd like, we certainly do appreciate the discretion with which our employ would be kept. Though it would help to know, not specifics, perhaps, but just the nature of the kind of work, because unfortunately, since you weren't able to meet with all of us, it might take us some time to understand if we are truly well suited for these tasks.
They reach out and run their fingertips down your cheek. Make a wisdom saving throw, please.
That would be a second dirty 20. Please do not ask me to have to roll a third.
All right. They look at you and they frown a little bit. And they say, You are formidable. Yes, I do think perhaps suitable work can be found. Meanwhile, outside, what are the rest of you doing?
Is there food laid out? Is there a spread, if you will?
No.
Oh, this is bullshit. But there are drinks, you said? A bar? There's a bar?
There is a bar, yeah.
Well, I
Well, you
think I
said
know where
somebody had
Shock is
nibbles.
going.
There might be some nibbles.
Yeah, so I'm heading to the bar.
All right. The bartender is a woman dressed in something a step above your usual sort of servant livery uniform, tailored clothing.
Hmm.
Same. Is there something you'd like?
Well, actually, how about a nice red wine, please?
On the house, since you're guests of Belandis tonight.
Oh, thank you
And
very
she
much.
reaches underneath the bar, pours a glass of red wine in a crystal goblet. Ray, what are you doing?
I sort of want to walk around the perimeter of the room and see what's happening there, especially as I walk near the cluster of people who are sitting around drinking. I want to sort of maybe eavesdrop a little bit as I walk past.
So they are interesting because the conversation they're having is just total nonsense. It's like watermelon rutabaga level. They're just saying words, acting out, having a conversation, but they're not really talking about anybody or anything in particular. That's interesting, but something catches your eye that is even more interesting. There is a subtle and unusual wear pattern in the rugs and on the floor, as though something has been repeatedly dragged over the same ground, creating two barely noticeable parallel ruts. They lead directly to a point on the back wall near the rear right corner.
Okay. I will go examine that area as subtly as I can. I don't want
Playing it cool?
I don't want to give up that game yet.
All right. Make a deception check. Let's call this a dexterity deception check, because this is about controlling your body so as not to seem like you're overly interested.
Okay, so it will be +3 then. A 10.
All right. So these ruts just dead end at the wall. You heading in that direction, like looking just a little bit too conspicuously at the floor
Oh, my shoe is untied.
and the wall.
I'll say loudly as I realize I'm just
Okay.
doing a good job.
This one is a charisma deception check with disadvantage.
Oh gosh, that's even worse. Oh, it's gonna be bad. It's gonna be. Oh yeah, I'm accidentally rolling many dice, but that's in that one. It's a bad.
Okay. Yeah, you're busted.
Yeah. So Sumi, I was looking at the rugs.
Psalm, what are you doing?
Oh no. Okay, so we had the table, the low tables with the cushions with 5 that Shaka already kind of realized nonsense is happening there. Shaka
Ray,
went to
but
the
yeah.
bar as well.
Yeah.
You were going near the door. Is there anything else in this room that we haven't looked at?
The hearth, but the hearth just looks like an ordinary hearth.
Oh, what were you gonna say? Did you?
Oh, I was gonna say before things kick off, I have one more thing I want to do when I realize I'm really, really busted.
Sure.
Which is I want to use Mage Hand Legerdemain to knock over the glasses on the table.
Okay. That is that distracts those 3 people for a moment.
Yeah.
All right. So, Shaka, you hear the crash of the glassware, look over, and see that the 2 guards are crossing the room from the door they were guarding over to where Ray is. The usher is coming over also.
I will, oh, God. Dag nabbit. I will kind of nod at the bartender, pick my crystal goblet up, and I am going to, not quickly, but, I am going to I'm going to cross over to where that's happening just in case things get out of hand.
All right. As soon as you reach the midpoint of the room, which is pretty much right at the end of your movement, like you got maybe a couple of feet of movement beyond that, but you get there and suddenly, wham! The wall where Ray is standing just lights up. Detect magic. That spot on the wall, intensely magical.
A spot on the wall or the entire wall?
A portion of the wall about 8 feet wide and 8 feet high.
Okay.
And now we're going to roll initiative.
Oh, snap. Oh, God.
I can
Refreshing beyond. I'm getting these rolls are not.
I was gonna.
They're
say,
not it. Not it today.
Can Psalm give Ray the help action for this initiative roll, because I didn't do anything, so I think I'm just like, if you poke glasses over, I'll drop my shield, like just throw my shield on the ground and like pick it up. I don't know.
Well, remember, Psalm,
that.
you have the alert feat, which gives you
so I get
+2 on
plus-
initiative, and also lets you swap your position in the initiative with somebody else if you want them to be able to go first,
Okay.
or if you want to go ahead of somebody else. So that is an option available to you.
So, I got a natural 20 for a 22
Nice.
or 23 technically. Would anyone like to be first then? Out of my group, if I'm looking around, if this is my reaction speed, do I see anybody else who I'm like, they're much more ready to go than me?
Well, let's find out what other people's initiative rolls were. Shaka, what did you get?
A 9.
Okay. Sylvester, I'm gonna ask you to roll 2 if you haven't already.
That's a natural 1 for a 5.
Okay.
We're bad
I'm hanging out.
game.
Right there with you.
we have our rolls. We have our dono rolls too.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ray, what did you get?
I have a 6.
Okay. All right. So, Psalm, what would you like to do with that? Are you going to keep your 20 or are you going to give it to someone else? Oh, you're muted.
Yeah, sorry. Oh my gosh. Oh no. I don't think there's anybody that wants to go first in initiative, unless Ray, you might.
Oh, we don't know what they're gonna do yet.
Yeah,
we don't have lay of the land yet, so it's not super useful yet. But
Yes.
it's going to be beneficial for me to move fast later, but not yet.
Okay.
So
I can only switch it right out the gate.
let's stick with where we are then.
Yeah, let's do it.
I think.
All right, Psalm, you get the first action then.
I will hold my action. I'll use my reaction to hold my action to basically say, if Ray is attacked, if anybody shows any sort of like harm or force towards them, then I will move forward and try to non-lethally swing at them with my greatsword. Just the butt of my greatsword at them.
All right. Well, that is absolutely happening. As you watch, all the seated people stand up. The bartender comes out from behind the bar. The usher comes over, and you see that their faces are changing, becoming more elongated, taking on a jackal-like look. Their arms are becoming more slender and longer and growing hair and claws. And you see 3 of them fall upon Soreli and start.
Oh, no, they're not, because I'm going to use my once per long rest Misty Step. Get myself behind that bar. Bye-bye.
Can you do that as a reaction?
I have one where I don't have to use a spell slot. Can't I have it prepared? I thought I can use one when I have a, oh no, I have to use, never mind, scratch that. Darn it, I thought this was reaction 1. Darn
Silvery
it.
Barbs is a reaction. This might be that Silvery
Yeah,
Barbs
let's go ahead and do that then.
All right. Okay. So
Do that instead.
All right. So that's gonna take the oomph out of one of them. And that's going to make them that's going to make them, well, it's still a 20 to hit.
Okay. And I will throw the advantage onto Psalm.
Yay!
All right, that's going to be 7 slashing damage.
Of course it is.
That is another hit.
I feel very targeted.
That is 8 slashing.
Mm-hmm.
Oof.
And that is a hit for 3 slashing.
Mm-hmm. Ouch.
That's a miss.
Good.
That's a miss. And does a 17 hit?
17, yeah. Oh, yeah. At this level? Oh, yeah.
All right, so that's another 3 slashing.
Okay.
Psalm. There are 3 heading toward you.
Okay.
And they stare at you. They make eye contact and lock their gazes with yours, and you see a flash in their eyes. Make a wisdom saving throw, please.
Awesome. And then would I be able to get my attack in because they moved against Soreli?
Yes, you would.
Awesome. So I'll just take 1 attack. Am I allowed to, can I use like bonus action stuff?
No, you can only ready the action you readied where you are.
Awesome. Okay. We're gonna great sword. Am I close enough? Can I just hit the one that hit Ray?
We'll say you were heading that way, and it's close enough. Yeah.
Awesome. All right. I'll roll with advantage on this.
All 3 of them hit Ray, though.
Okay. That's gonna be
Now, Ray. I'm sorry, Ray. Who did you give advantage to?
to me.
To Psalm.
Okay, you can use that now if you want.
And the 3
Yes.
that were distracted didn't end up being distracted at all.
Oh, okay,
Right?
great.
They came right at me.
Okay.
They are not the ones who came at you. They are the ones who are going after Psalm.
Oh, the 3.
So there's 9 of them.
There are 9 of them out here, yes.
Okay.
Okay.
It's okay. It's okay.
Viewers, give our PCs a little bit of help. Get some donations in and give them some goodies they can work with here.
Okay. Does a 16 hit them?
16 does hit, yes.
Okay, cool. With my greatsword, I will just kind of like swing around and step forward. It's mostly flourish, and then I will just try to like slice through them, and I'm gonna do 10 points of damage.
All right, that is a very solid hit on that one.
Good. Yeah.
All right, but now you need to make some wisdom saves.
Yes. How many do I make? 3?
3.
Awesome. Okay. Wisdom save. I think I'm gonna elect to just go ahead and use one of my heroic inspirations here. Wisdom save. Oh no. It rolled around for so long, but that's gonna be a 9 total.
9
Advantage.
total?
On the first?
Okay, you don't need to make the other 2
Awesome.
because you just passed out and fell to the ground. You are unconscious.
Oh no.
Awesome. Am I prone, technically?
Yes.
Awesome.
Shaka.
Oh god. Okay.
There are some converging on you too.
So,
I need you to make 3 wisdom saving throws.
Oh, we're just going right to that, are we? Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Everything's good. Everything's good. First one's a 17.
Are they these
15 15's good.
are these coming from the ones that were near me?
No, they're
Turn
the
towards
ones
Shaka?
closest to him.
Okay. So there's 3 over by Shaka
3 of
and
them
then there are
attack
6
you
by
physically.
Right. I'm
There
just
are-
trying to figure out if anybody's moving away from me. Like I'm just okay.
God, no, nobody's moving away from you. There are 3
No,
near
they're too
you.
smart for that.
There are 3 near you, just clawing at you. 3 moving in on Psalm and 3 on Shaka. All right, you got 2 successes. Shaka, what's your?
Dirty 20 for the third one.
Nice.
All right.
Keep it tight, Shaka. Keep it tight.
Their gaze has no effect on you.
Right. Is it my turn now?
It is. It is Belandis's turn.
Oh no, forgot about that guy.
But Belandis, right now, has no idea what's going on outside and is still having a conversation with Sylvester. So we move on to Shaka.
So, Theater of the Mind makes it a little difficult for area of effect spells. How much room do I have to work with in here to not hit my allies if I cast Shatter?
Let's see.
We don't need the whistles. Yeah, we're just gonna. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Well, the whistles let
We love the
Sylvester know
whistles.
what's happening. Yeah.
Shatter's gonna let Sylvester know what's happening, I think.
Yeah, Shatter is loud
Valid.
enough.
Yeah, valid.
All right. So 10-foot radius sphere. I'm going to say you can place that so that it lands on the 3 near you without getting anyone or anything else in the area of effect.
All right. Then that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna kind of reach my hands into the air like I'm pulling reality apart. You know, mystical forces shift into overload, rend reality, and make it explode. And cast Shatter. So that is a Constitution saving throw for all of them. 13's the number.
They all rolled single digits.
This is what I like to hear. All right.
Nice.
Okay, not bad, not bad, not bad. I can work with this. All right. That's 17 points of damage to each of them and a loud explosion.
All right. Sylvester, you and Belandis both hear this. What damage did you roll?
I think I said 17.
17.
Yeah, 17. Yep.
All 3 of them are just blown back and land prone and unconscious.
Yeah, that's right.
And then for movement, I'm gonna rush over to Ray. I'm gonna just bolt in that direction.
Okay. All right. Ray,
Yes.
I assume you Misty Step.
Yeah. Yep. To I guess the bar is the closest spot, right? Or the safest spot, rather.
Yeah.
The most
You cannot
defensible.
actually Misty Step to the far side of the bar from where you are, but you can get close enough to use your movement to get around the bar.
I could also Misty Step on top of the bar, right? And then just hop down.
Yeah, I would say so.
Okay. Let's do that. And then
That
I
is
will go
bonus
ahead.
action and movement.
Okay, bonus action and movement, and then I guess it's a let's go ahead and Tasha's on one of the creatures, whichever one looks. Actually, no. You know what? Let me blow my whistle. Is that a free action or is that
I'm
a?
going to say that's a free action, free interaction.
Okay.
Nice.
I'm gonna go ahead and blow my whistle, and then I'm gonna Tasha's before I duck down behind the bar. So let's go ahead and Tasha's on whichever one is nearest to my.
All right. That would be one of the ones that are currently advancing on Psalm.
Let's get that one.
Okay.
Sorry, these aren't words. Apologies.
And
yes,
that's a 10.
The one that is advancing on Psalm. Let's.
Yeah.
This is a Wisdom 13 save.
Yeah, they failed it. They rolled a 10. So
Great.
they are incapacitated and prone.
Yes. And yes. That is all. And
All
I'll
right.
duck down behind the bar.
Okay. Sylvester, you heard through the wall a thunderclap followed by frantic whistle blowing. You look toward the door. You see that the bolt is closed, but there's nothing stopping you from opening it.
I think, yeah, after Belandis tried like running the hand down Sylvester's cheek, Sylvester like holds on to Belandis's hand and says, I do enjoy having fun, but as you say, I am formidable, as are my friends, and it sounds like they are displaying their talents right now. And he turns away to open the door to unbolt it and push it open.
Okay. Free interaction.
Trying to remember basically what they see now. A lot of nonsense.
Well, you see Psalm down. You see 3 of the staff down, and they look like jackal-human hybrids now. Shaka, like, looking in their direction. Soreli, ducking behind the bar, bleeding profusely.
Then, okay, in that case, then Sylvester will, can I misty step to where Psalm is?
Yes, you can.
Okay, so I will use that as the bonus action, and I will touch her on the shoulder and cast Cure Wounds at 2nd level.
Okay.
I got that right. Like I got that right. Like you're downed,
So
or you just are you prone down? I'm
Psalm
did
is
I miss out?
unhurt but unconscious.
Yes.
Oh, in that case, well, no, okay.
I'm so ready.
No, gotcha. I will still Misty Step to Psalm, and once I realize that she is not hurt, Sylvester will snap his fingers under her nose and use prestidigitation for smelling salts.
Okay. All right. So your action is you wake her up, and Psalm, it happens to be your turn.
Oh, okay, I'm awake. Wow, that was whew. Thank you for that, my friend. I think things are bad. Do I? Oh no. Oh gosh. Am I anywhere close to? Nope. I don't even care. I'm just going to Oh, it's touch. Am I anywhere close to Ray?
I know because
not
I bolted
anymore.
around
Yeah.
the corner.
Okay. All right then. I will just attack the ones that are in front of me and now Sylvester.
All right.
We're gonna great sword it up. Just very woozy, will lift the sword and it kind of swings like Sylvester. You probably have to duck out of the way. And I'm like,
I am
no, it's
like
fine.
doing Leia, like Leia on Luke on the Star Wars poster, just like no.
Yeah. Okay, and then I will throw this attack out there.
All right.
I will use one of my heroic inspirations from the donations because people are very kind. Okay, thank goodness. That's a 23 to hit.
Oh, that totally hits.
Awesome. So I'm going to automagically toss. Let's do Thunderous Smite on here.
Nice.
Yeah. Just like these lazy, almost drunken, but you know that it's just because, you know, she was knocked out and is now awake. She's seeing double. She slices, and I think her voice, she thinks she's casting thaumaturgy to like project her voice. Just raucous laughter, and it's actually a Thunderous Smite. So I'm gonna roll 2d6 plus 3 for my weapon attack, and then an extra 2d6 thunder damage.
All right.
That is going to be 19 points, and 9 of that is thunder, in case that matters.
Okay.
And if the target's a creature, they must succeed on a strength saving throw or be pushed 10 feet away from me.
They are unconscious and cannot make the saving throw, so they just ragdoll back 10 feet.
Great. Oh, that's how you do. Oh, nope, wrong accent again. That is how you do it, my friends. That's a donation.
Been there.
On its own. I gotta lock it in. We gotta lock it. It's only been 2 hours.
All right. So that is Psalm's turn, unless Psalm wants to use any movement.
I will move over towards the bar and Shaka, like kind of standing in between the bar and Shaka.
All right. Okay, so it's Shaka in the middle of the room, then Psalm, the bar, Sorelli. Okay. We now come to the denizens of the Columbine court. One of whom is doubled over on the ground, laughing hysterically, and is going to continue laughing hysterically. Four of them are down. One of them is pretty seriously hurt, and only 3 of them are up. They are intimidated. They are backing away from you all.
That's right.
Um, but Belandis steps forward through the doorway, which you realize this oversized doorway is sized for someone definitely more than Belandis' size. And as they leap through the air and land next to Psalm, they drop the illusion, and you see that it's Belandis down to the waist and a lion below. They are going to attack you, Psalm. One attack is going to miss. The other one is a 16.
Hit.
Silvery barbs.
Oh, luckily
Okay.
it doesn't hit.
It doesn't hit.
It
Okay.
doesn't hit. My AC is 18. Sorry.
Does
never
Silvery
mind.
Barbs work on a non-hit or just an attack roll, or
Silvery barbs is for attack roll, ability check or saving throw if they're on a successful.
okay? But this was not a successful one, so no need. All right. All right. So Shaka, you are up.
Yeah. Okay. So the three jackalope, whatever creatures they are, they're kind of mildly intimidated. Do they look like they're backing off to let the boss guy do the work, or do I still think they're a danger? Can I suss that out?
They look like they're backing off to let the boss do the work.
Okay,
They're not
that's fair.
fleeing, but they're like, "Oh, you want to take your turn? Yeah, please, you do you."
I mean, we all know what has to happen then. So I go running in, kind of fist crackling with energy, and I shocking grasp / punch this thing.
All right,
That's
roll to
what I
hit.
do. I mean, that's what I usually do. I'm going to go ahead and use one of the inspirations from chat in a donation.
You got
Thank
it.
you very much. My donation appreciates it, as does Shaka. Oh, that's much better. That's a dirty 20 to hit.
That will hit.
All right, so that is hobo crit. So 8 points. 8 points of
All right.
electrical damage to him, and I believe shocking grasp means that he cannot take a reaction, which means no opportunity attacks, folks. If you need to bail out.
Okay. We are now to Soreli.
Okay, so we've got what's the lay of the land again?
All right. Shaka has moved from the middle of the room. Basically, Shaka is... Belandis is between Shaka and Psalm. The bar is between Psalm and you.
Okay.
And Sylvester, you went to where Psalm was, so you're there too.
Okay. Then let's do this. I will look at Belandis. I'm going to drop the Tashas because I'm going to try and hex Belandis
Okay.
as a bonus action from behind the bar. So that is, I will go ahead and curse Belandis. From there, I will. Do I have my? Who's next to Belandis right now?
Shaka, Psalm,
Shaka's right there.
and
so,
Sylvester's close by.
Okay, so I have advantage from having friends nearby. Excellent. Then I will true strike again.
You have sneak attack from having friends nearby.
Nice.
Okay,
Not
may I
advantage.
use my owl to get myself
Yeah.
advantage from a help action? And then I'll true strike with my short bow. And go from there, see what happens next. Okay, cool. Thank you. Just make sure there's nothing else I'm throwing on that. And it will be vexed as well if this goes off.
Certainly will.
Oh, nat 20.
Nice.
Oh,
Let's go. Let's
Okay,
go.
so this is going to be,
double damage, double sneak attack.
yes. So crit damage plus, okay. So we're gonna do this one thing at a time. That plus my sneak attack, which is here, plus hex.
Which will also be doubled.
Ooh. That's great.
And again, this is radiant damage from True Strike.
Okay.
And am I forgetting anything else? It's vexed now. And let's go from this. Okay, so short bow will do. Let me find the whole list here. 12 plus. So 10, 21, 30. So 30 points of damage from that
Magnificent.
shot. Yes.
Damn.
Yeah. You see Belandis stagger a little bit under that shot.
Excellent. And
Vexed means the next attack has advantage, correct?
next attack I do before the start of my next turn will have advantage. And also, I forgot to give with the hex the disadvantage on what's going to help the most here for an ability check. Anybody have something specific they want?
Sylvester, if you have any mental statistics that when weakened would help you.
Oh, just as long as they're not wise.
Wisdom.
All right.
Groovy.
Okay. Sylvester.
Yeah, it's
Sorry, I'm going to pause you. Ray, you still was True Strike a bonus action?
True Strike was the no, the bonus action was hex.
Got it. Okay. Just wanted to make sure you got your bonus action. All right,
Yes.
Sylvester.
And I'll duck down back behind the bar again.
I think Sylvester from where he was kind of kneeling to wake up Psalm looks up at Belandis. So I take it the deal's off? And we'll cast Dissonant Whispers at second level. That's a Wisdom save, DC 13.
Belandis fails.
Oh. So that's gonna be, come on dice. Oh, hello dice, come through. 15 points of psychic damage. And once again, if available, using its reaction to move as far away from me as it can using the safest route.
Belandis does, in fact, start to back away hastily. Shaka, you have an opportunity attack. Psalm, you have an opportunity attack. Also, Sylvester, if you have a melee weapon in your hand.
Oh, I do. I never use these very well, but yeah. So does that happen like now or?
That happens now.
Okay.
They are moving away from you. They are moving out of your reach. I think, Sylvester, you would get yours first, then Psalm, then Shaka.
Okay. Is an attack of opportunity still like to hit, or just it hits?
Just a regular roll to hit.
Okay. It's a 16.
That's a hit.
All right. That's going to be 7 piercing damage.
All right.
And trying to remember like order of operations, what's been happening. I think Sylvester will like pull out the whistle. And as a bonus action, he will do like 3 short, sharp whistles and give and then just this bright radiant light travels from the whistle towards Shaka to give a bardic inspiration. So you have a 1d6.
All right, Psalm.
Hey,
Take your opportunity attack.
let's do it. And can I use one of my donation guidance?
Absolutely, add a
to this?
d4.
Add a d4. Let's make it happen. Oh my gosh. Okay, 21 to hit.
That hits.
This is like uncharacteristic success as a player.
Who's on the back paw now?
Like Christmas.
6. Wait, it's with my sword, so it should be 6 plus 3. 9 points of
All
slashing.
right. All right, and Shaka.
Luckily, I have the
Bardic
Warcaster
Inspiration.
feat. So with Warcaster, I'm just going to go ahead and just power up another fist and shocking punch him one more time. I will be using that Bardic Inspiration, by the way. Thank you for that. So that may be 15 hit.
It does hit.
Oh, goodness. All right. For 5 points of damage.
All right. And with that, Belandis uses the remainder of their movement to run back into their audience room. Let's see. So that was Sylvester. Psalm, it's your turn.
Hey, where are you going? We're just getting started, and we'll charge forward. I think I'm going to use my bonus action. Actually, here's what I will do. I'm going to swing to try to hit first. That is very important to what's happening right now. Perfect.
You actually cannot catch up with Belandis.
Oh, really?
Belandis is faster than you are and
Okay.
used their full movement. So you can get near them, but you can't quite catch up.
Okay. Is it possible?
There are still jackal-weirs in the room, though.
Okay. And are they hitting people?
No, right now they are cowering in fear because of what you just did to their boss.
Okay. Probably not gonna hurt us, now that they know. Okay. So then instead... Okay, so I won't hit it. I will... I'll cast command on it.
Ooh.
Yeah, I think that words of like, we're just getting started will like ring out and echo. And that started echoes, and as it reaches Belandis' ears, it turns to halt.
Yes.
Yeah. I just need a wisdom saving throw. It's not a high one, but we're gonna hope for the best.
12.
And it has disadvantage on that anyway,
Oh, from
because of Hex.
that's ability checks, not saving.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's ability checks. Sorry. My brain is tired.
Hold on. Is this hold on a second.
It's a saving
so
throw. It's a
sorry.
wisdom saving throw, but it's...
Oh, it's a saving throw. Never mind.
Dang.
Yeah. 12.
Meets it, beats it.
Okay.
Dang. Okay.
Still pretty awesome.
Yeah.
The thing is, despite resisting the magic, Belandis does halt, turns around, kneels down in a way like a lion would kind of go into a resting position and says, "You have me. What will it take to get you to leave this place and not come back?" And they reach behind them.
I want to hop over and see what's happening. Are they near that wall spot?
No, they're back in the
That's-
audience room.
Okay.
And Belandis is reaching back toward the throne, which is clearly a ruse, and pulls open a hidden drawer.
No.
Psalm, you can see that it is full of gems.
You want us to leave?
Well, I don't want you to stay.
I mean, that's fair and everything. How about you tell us
Yeah,
what's
how
behind that wall? And I point over to where the detect magic lit up the wall.
Why don't you go see for yourself?
Why don't you
Alright.
show us?
I'm sorry. The kneeling, the retreating, the already pre-offering to bribe us before you have even defined the terms
Not buying it.
are really sort of, I mean, this has a whole begging for my life kind of vibe. So it's giving you've lost. Just give it up.
Belandis moves off to the side and says, "I will not give up the court, but take what you will. I can always get more."
Shaka, how curious are you about that wall?
Yeah, I'm pretty curious, right? So, I'm going to go trundling over to the wall, like, do.
All right. You feel it? There's nothing there.
Right, all right. Well, I will poke my head through said wall and see what's going on the other side.
You see a passage leading off into darkness. Now, you have dark vision,
I do.
so you can see that it winds a little bit.
I'll pull my
It's
head
not a
back up.
straight hallway, but it goes somewhere.
Right, so there's a passageway down here into the darkness. It's kind of a bit odd and everything. So, Belandis, what's down this passage? What you got going on here, for real? Like, really, what's the game here? Let's put all the cards on the table, so to speak.
You can tell us, or you can lead the way and show us
Yeah.
at the point of a blade.
Belandis is a little bit torn here. Make an insight check. Each of you who is listening to this.
Natural 20.
Belandis is not trying to trick you here. They are yielding, and they're like wondering, why are you making yielding so difficult?
Have you met
They
us?
basically offered you a whole bunch of treasure and said, go down that hallway and check it out if you want. I'm staying out of your way.
Yeah, Sylvester is absolutely like shoveling the treasure into a bag while
Okay.
this little face off is happening. Like, yeah.
Make a perception check, please.
Just Sylvester, or all of us?
I'll say you can make it two just because of what you're like. Psalm probably wouldn't think to, but
No.
18?
Oh, yeah.
15?
Sylvester, you and Ray notice There's another drawer in the throne that they didn't open.
Dear. While Sylvester is doing the one, is emptying the one, we'll cast Mage Hand to like look at the other drawer.
Understood. You slide it open. It does not appear to be trapped. You see 2 crystal vials containing liquids. You can't really see what the liquids are here. 2 smooth white, identical ivory carvings. And a scroll.
What are the carvings of?
Each one is a carving of a cluster of rats.
Why do I think this is just...
Like this again. This is feeling treasure, but gross. Do we? Yes? No? With
This is
that?
feeling components to me.
Oh.
Right? Does that seem...
Make an Arcana check.
11.
Well, the 2 vials are definitely potions. You'd need to sit with the carvings for a while to be sure about them. The scroll's a scroll.
So while they're poking around in the office and doing all the shuffling of stuff out of the drawer, I'm kind of standing there by the illusionary wall. I'm going to look over at Sam and just be like, "Hey, right, you want to check this out with me real quick?"
Yes, that is
That's,
far more interesting than whatever's happening in that room.
Yeah, it'll be fine, right?
All right.
You know, we handily took care of all this. What could get worse? And I'll head through the wall.
Exactly. And we'll follow.
You don't have to go very far. The corridor only goes a total of about 20 feet. And it terminates in a stone arch with a glowing inscription around the edge. It's not in a language you can read. And beyond the arch, the passage continues. But as you move your head from side to side, forward and back, the passage beyond the arch always leads away in the exact same direction. You turn your head, you cock your head to the side, and through the arch, it remains right side up. You go back, it's still right side up. No matter how you look at what's on the other side of the arch, it's always the exact same thing, making you a little motion sick, actually.
Good.
Pull a
Yeah.
dagger out of my belt and just kind of toss it through and see what happens.
Mm-hmm.
It lands on the other side and clatters.
Okay. I mean, this is, not the strangest thing we've seen in the last 24 hours.
Far less goopy than the other things we've
That's
seen.
true, yeah, it's a lot less good.
Should we go
Should we wait
in?
for the others, or do we just want to...
Yes, we should wait.
We do?
Oh.
You sure? All right.
We'll yell out. Are you two done in there?
I think Sylvester's putting the second drawer stuff in a different pouch
Okay.
and hands it to Sorelli.
Okay.
Pleasure doing business?
I think what do you all see back there? I call down the hall.
Belandis just kind of looks at you surlily that you found the other drawer, and it's like, until we meet again.
No. We're not done with you. We don't know what's going on here yet. And until we have figured out what is happening here, you're not going anywhere.
There's nowhere else I need to be.
Point, you hear the yell out into the hallway. There is like a... If you walk like 20 feet in here, there's like a stone archway, and then if you look through the stone archway, it's like... It's very weird. It's like, always right side up? That's not illusory, right? That's not the same thing? It's very weird.
It is pretty weird, yeah. So, but there's a distinct lack of goo, so that's a good thing. But come on, guys.
Shaka, you never took a hit, did you?
No.
Are you still maintaining detect magic?
I would assume that 10 minutes has passed by now, but if you say it hasn't, then yeah, so I mean, it's clearly magic. Like I don't feel that I need to.
Yeah, you don't need to detect magic
But
to tell
what's
that.
cool is what would make a difference, maybe.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna save the spell slot just in case. I'm not
Valid.
gonna pop it just yet.
Okay. Do you want to tell us about what's on the other side there, Melandis?
Not particularly.
Well, why don't you? It would seem like it's in your best interest at this point. Always good to have the press on your side, you know?
Belandis is actually starting to look uncomfortable. Like maybe there is a reason why they would not want to say what's over there.
Belandis, we got the impression that checking my notes, Columbine Court was under your purview, that you were in charge here. This sudden hesitance, this immediate fealty, what's going on? Are you not the highest rung on the ladder?
I am in charge here, but I am not in charge there.
Where's the there?
Know where you've been. If you had, you would not be here.
There's a place we want to go, my friends. Because there is an archway we could just walk through. I'm sure Shaka wouldn't mind.
Hearing that just turns to me like, I'm surprised he hasn't already gone through. Like,
That's a good point, Nick. So I'm just gonna walk through.
Yeah, I think I feel like we probably learned as much as we are from Melandis, but like again, just like a parting shot, like, you know, we could have had fun, but now we know where to find you, and this situation could happen again. Thanks for the stiff.
Okay. Shaka, you are heading down that corridor.
Just walk through the thing.
It winds, and you start to hear a sound ahead of you, like faint, muted horns echoing down a long hallway.
Okay. About this passage I'm in, is this clearly man-made? Is this, rough-hewn stone? Like what is the passage like here? What am I dealing with?
It's not natural,
Okay.
but it doesn't seem like something that would have been made by humanoids.
Oh, okay.
It has a different character to it, unsettling. You can't quite put your finger on why.
What do any of us recognize the language of the passage?
Not at first glance, no. Maybe I'll say if people want to make an Arcana check and try to study it and make a guess, you can do that.
Why do I feel like we're gonna? Oh, that's another natural 20.
All right. So you don't
I feel like
actually,
we're gonna end up in a Call of Cthulhu scenario.
I know.
you don't
quick.
actually know Abyssal, but in studying magic here and there, you've learned to recognize Abyssal, both the writing and like the sound of the language. This is enough to tell you that this is a language that might be related to Abyssal or written using Abyssal script, but it is not actually Abyssal.
Oh, good. Well, I always wanted to get an exclusive.
Tashaka, you feeling all right in there?
I'm just walking forward. Like at this point, I'm just assuming, oh, they're clearly going to follow me.
Yeah.
So I'm just kind of making my way down. So if I can hear some, I'll yell back. If the horns are kind of too loud.
They're not loud at all. You can
Oh,
barely
okay.
hear them.
Oh, okay.
And they're not playing any kind of melody. It's almost like a drone.
Okay. I'll yell back. Yeah, it seems fine. Like the passage just continues, and it's a little weird and everything, but it seems all right. So come on. Let's go. Let's figure this out. I'm getting a little uneasy, if you will.
Okay. Sounds good.
All right.
No, it doesn't. But we're going
Yeah,
anyway.
I'll
It doesn't,
keep walking
but,
because
yeah.
nothing ever goes wrong with letting the
Like-
wizard lead the way. Sure,
Yes,
things
I'm-
will be fine. Things will
Right
be fine.
behind you. My hand is already out with lay on hands, like charging up for when you like blast 30 feet back, and I
That's
can
fair.
maybe grab your leg.
That's valid. Valid.
All right. The passage terminates in a vast chamber that appears to be full of small floating islands of rock. A humanoid sits on each island, and the sound of faint, muted horns is coming from them. It's still faint, even though you're this close to them. And these humanoids have no eyes, no ears, no noses, no hair. Their skin is a grayish olive drab. They have mouths, and this is where the horn sound is coming from. It's like a mockery of a voice. And this is a mystery that is going to have to wait for another day to be solved because we're out of time.
Oh,
But
Oh my
Whoa.
gosh.
Oh, wow.
son of a biscuit.
And the
Oh my
wizard
gosh.
saw it first.
Oh. Well, alrighty then.
well, hey, thank you to everyone who joined us for this adventure today. Maybe one of these days we'll have to get back together and play out the rest of it because it was some cool stuff that you never got to. But thank you to everyone who joined us. Thank you to everyone who donated to help our immigrant and refugee neighbors and those who are mistaken for them through racial profiling. Thank you to Shu Ching Tan for doing yeoman's work on tracking all the donations and filling in the players on what they had available. Thank you to all the players for joining me in this, for all just immediately saying yes when I told you what I wanted to do. I really appreciate that from the bottom of my heart. Everyone, please let us know where viewers can find you. Ray, Jen.
I am Jen Kretchmer. You can find me on the interwebs as at DreamWisp, dreamwisp.bisky.social, and DreamWispGen on Twitch. I was playing today for the Coalition for Human Immigrant Rights Los Angeles, which is an organization doing amazing work here on the ground in LA. And thank you all so much for hanging out, donating, and, you know, supporting our neighbors and your own in this time where we need that.
Jeff?
Sure. I'm Jeff Mueller. You can find me on Blue Sky at the Mighty Jared, or pretty much everything I'm doing over at jaredproductions.com. Today I was playing for the Immigrant and Refugee Community Organization here in Portland. Again, a much needed nonprofit that's doing good work. So thank you everyone for watching. Thank you to Keith for pulling this together, and everyone else. It's awesome playing with you as always. So thanks a lot.
Brian?
Hi, I'm Brian. You can find me pretty much everywhere as Urban Bohemian, mostly here on Twitch and on Blue Sky. I was playing in support of the Central American Resource Center, Caresen, the DC branch. There are other ones around the country. And yeah, just it was like, I think it was my first time playing with everyone here. And thank you so much, Keith, for coming up with this idea and having me. And thank you everybody for spending time with us and your donations and keeping us alive. And it's been a blast. Thank you so much.
Lexi?
Yeah, my name is Lexi, otherwise known as Black Girl Mage, everywhere and all over the internet. I was Psalm today, but thank you so much for this. I was here, and also both me and Keith are kind of raising for the Illinois Coalition for Immigrant and Refugee Rights here in Chicago. As he has said countlessly, and importantly, our neighbors are just like so important. And I lived in Ohio before this. I don't think I knew what brotherhood meant until I got to Chicago and really understood like people really showing up and showing out. It has made me feel extremely safe enough to like do things like this and to do activism in a very visible way, because it can be very hard. So I'm very happy that I'm in a place where brotherhood and community and collaboration really is abundant and additive. Yeah, I'm just very excited, and this was awesome, and I hope to do it more.
And I'm Keith Ammann. I'm on Blue Sky at themonstersknow.com. You can also find my blog at themonstersknow.com. Buy my books at bookstores, game stores. Making Enemies is just out. I will be at PAX Unplugged this weekend, signing books Friday from 12 to 3. I believe Brian is going to be at PAX Unplugged as well. Thank you all again. All human beings are born free and equal in dignity and rights. We are endowed with reason and conscience and should act toward one another in a spirit of kinship. So take that with you. Good night. Love you all.